Cause it's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do.
Are you ready?
What is going on, y'all? Welcome to 3-Star After Dark. It is, of course, Friday night, and it's cold. We're going to talk about some weather, and we're going to talk about some fun, cold weather stuff. So I got some, just going to go through some of your favorite cold weather characters and settings, and because it's cold down here. We got some crazy weather stuff going on, and I do have one guest backstage I'm gonna bring on in just a minute, and I've got a couple of other links that I have sent out, and it's Friday night, so you know how that goes. We'll see who rolls in here, and if we got anybody watching that wants to jump on, I might send you a link. But you know how I do, I throw everything together at the last minute. I've been threatening to do an after dark for the last 2 months, and finally time to do it. I thought this was as good a time as any. So I'll get in and say what's up to the chat in just a moment, but I don't want to keep my guest backstage working, working. He's not working, he's waiting. Don't want to keep him waiting because he's got to call it an early night. So we'll see who all rolls in here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and say what's up. Of course, you know he's here. You know him. You love him. Crusty old crow. Oh, what you reading?
I'm doing research.
What are you?
I bought my computer, and now I got to figure out how this shit works.
Is it in? That looks like a manual from 1987.
I'm not sure. It's very informative. Apparently, it all depends on the silicone chip. There you go, guys. Education right there.
I think that was in my library in 8th grade at school.
Impossible. Look at this book. It's practically brand new. It talks about the automobile in here.
It might have been in my library in school in rural Tennessee if it looks brand new. So what's going on, man? What you been up to? I hadn't talked to you a whole lot this week, a little bit.
It's been a quiet week as we get pelted by a storm, kind of like you guys are gonna be or are. And my son is getting ready to go do a field training exercise with his cadet corps and go sleep in a tent at minus 31 degrees. And so I've been helping him pack.
On purpose?
It's what Canadians do. We learn how to camp in this crap.
Okay. I see. I see. That's like the kind of stuff that we do down here, like that's in case of emergency stuff. But I guess you do have to learn it and figure out how to put the tent up when you can't feel your fingers.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to do all of that before you lose sensation in your fingers, not after.
That's true. I hope he has a hell of a tent.
Oh, they'll survive.
Get some of those little hot hand warmer packets.
It's cadet corps, so they get the kit after the army's done with it. That's that kind of support. So it's just a lot of repaired kit. But I went and inspected some of it, and they'll live. It's not my job to inspect it. I just chose to because I was morbidly curious. So is this how my son dies? Oh no.
Right. You want to look up the manufacturers so you know who to include in the lawsuit.
Well, I mean, with Canadian kit, a lot of the stuff we buy is made from the prisons, so I know my kid is safe. I mean, they make good stuff in prisons.
The gulags.
In the gulags.
A Year in the Life of Ian Dionysovich. Did anybody have to read that book? Oh my God, we had to read that book, and like ninth or 10th grade in high school, and it
Really?
was about yeah, it was about a dude, like a Russian dude that was sent to a gulag, and it was so boring. But that every time I hear something about like a winter prison or like the Stranger Things where they were in Russia
Yeah.
in the prison, that always makes me think of that book that was so freaking boring. Like,
I'm just laughing. It's just not something I've ever associated, but now I'm picturing, is that the secret of why they're so bad, is because you're so bored in a gulag that you've got.
it is.
Yeah.
A year in his life was boring, and thus he bored us with it later. I don't know why we had to read that book, but
Yeah.
man, uh,
Canada has its own mandatory reading lists that would equally confuse you. So
yeah, we had to read some real winners. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and run through the chat and say hi to
sure,
who
please.
all is here right now. Let's see, way back when we got Stanley Eberhard, who's working the arena tonight, home about 11:30ish Seattle time. So that is that's like 1:30 here. So
Mm.
he's a couple hours behind us. Turk Murphy is in the house as well
Just
as
saw those guys.
Evil Dookie. What's up, y'all? Who just
Yeah.
finished y'all's live. What were y'all customizing tonight? A Turtles van? I didn't get to tune in to you guys tonight.
So they are working on a couple of well, the Stingers, I think, are what Turk's working on right now, and Dookie tonight was working on a WWE, uh, the Cadillac with the hydraulics that,
Oh yeah, yeah,
so he was kind of exploring how he wants to go about that for his project and getting a vibe from the chat, if I recall.
it needs some work. When I first saw that thing before I saw it in person, it's like, oh, that would be such a cool car. I need that because I'm always talking about putting triple gold Dayton's on something, and that car comes with them, and
Mm.
it looks terrible. Have you seen it in person?
Well, I saw he had taken it apart and he was looking at some of the challenges he was looking at it. And I had to step away because I was talking to my boy while he was doing stuff. So I missed some of the discussion, but I think he was realizing like, hey, there's some places I can't cut corners here. Like this is a challenge. Right. So
Yeah, I uh,
some things are easy to customize and some things just aren't. They look like they should be, right?
I looked at it when I finally saw it in the store, and I was like, "Oh, there it is!" And I was picturing, Pimp Daddy Destro and the Baroness riding down the
Hmm.
street, and, hitting pancaking and front and back. And I picked it up, and it's like 40 bucks or $50, and I was just like, "Man, it just doesn't." If I could do what some of you guys do confidently, I can definitely see picking up. But with
Well,
what I can do, I'm like, I'm gonna be wasting my money if I buy this thing.
after I watched this, I was like, okay, I'm glad I saw this because there was a time I was looking at the WWE vehicles, but I found they all had some sort of gimmick function, right? Like turtle vehicles, like they either fire something or they break in half, so the wrestler has broken the ambulance or whatever. And I just didn't want to deal with the components of taking those apart. So when I saw Dookie taking apart the Cadillac, I was like, yeah, I have a harder time with simpler constructions. I'm not taking that on.
I think I would be better off trying to find something else and try my hand at turning it into something like that. Because for
Yeah.
me, I was like, yeah, it needs way too much done to it. Which is funny because it's almost exactly what I would want to do with it, but it just the way it was built and the plastic didn't look great and whatever. I do want the ambulance though. I would like to
Yeah.
try to get one of
I
those.
I want a ambulance, but the slambulance has like this cracked paneling feature, like some collapsibility to it somewhere. I think that deterred me from it because it's like, yeah, I can't cover that for some reason. I didn't think I could cover it, but yeah, we do need more emergency vehicles. Like it's amazing we don't have a good police car for a 12-inch line or, like just the one ambulance that I can think of, which is the wrestling one, right?
Right.
Fire truck
Let's
would
see.
sell well now.
Yeah, fire truck would be great. It'd be huge, but it would be
It would
great.
be huge.
It
Yes.
would be. It'd be like a fire truck would be like almost like getting the Rhino or an Optimus Prime, or it would be almost that big.
I like to look at it as just like it would be a choice, wouldn't it? If you got the fire truck, that's a choice because you're losing shelf space for it. So
Well, losing a shelf.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so let's see. We got Paul Morales is here. What's going on, Paul? You doing? Let's see. Got U.S. Combat Dojos in the house. What's going on? Saying winter has come to northern New York. It is minus 17 degrees. Yeah.
Yep.
And by this time, tomorrow night or early Sunday morning, you're also gonna have probably about 14 inches of snow there too, from what I've been seeing.
Yep.
Let's see. There's Dookie. Dookie was talking about your book in the beginning. He says, lies, it's a porno inside it.
Back in the day, he could have been right, but no, not tonight. I'm a father now.
Son of a crayon slayer is here. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
We got Shark Eyes popping in from
Hey, Shark Eyes.
Australia. You guys got
G'day.
winter storms. G'day. We got severe heat about to hit 103 Fahrenheit here for the next 15 minutes or so. Damn, are you you
God.
working today? You out walking dogs in that? I hope not, because I've been there and it's miserable. And not to Australia, just
I was
walking
gonna say, you've
dogs.
been to Australia and it's
No,
miserable?
no, just walking dogs in 103
Walking
degrees.
dogs in the heat. Yeah.
Have done that. GI Jetman is here. What's up, Jetman? Let's see. Down through here, Jay Gonzo's in the house. What's going on, Gonzo? Let's see.
We got quite
And
a few in attendance.
Turk saying Turtle Van and some Stingers. We got a lot of projects. So
There we go. Yeah. Okay. So I knew the turtle vans were last time I tuned in. I didn't know if they were still working on them. They weren't on screen when I looked up. So, but the turtle vans, yeah.
I still have one of the tractor supply trucks in pieces in a box, and I still have two brand new ones in the box.
Those are good trucks, though. Like
they are.
You were right to grab them.
They are. Tony's Figs is here saying it's
Hey,
all easy. Just kidding. With the customizing. So,
oh god.
Dookie says no. That lowrider is going up in height. So you can put a lift kit on it. Put a lift kit on there.
Yeah, I know what he is doing with it, but I'm not saying, like, it's not my channel to say it, right? But
yeah,
but I know what his plan is for it vaguely, and he's gonna have some fun. It's gonna look good. I knew it.
Yeah. And cover the cracks. Yep. Figure out a way to cover the cracks on the slambulance.
That's just it. Once you've tried to cover cracks in something once, you can go, yeah, I know how to do it and I'll do it again. Or, yeah, I learned how to do it, never doing it again. I'm on the latter side.
Yeah, that didn't work. And
next project.
Shark Eye saying I'm still on holidays. Walk my two early in the AM as every dog owner should when the temps start climbing. Good advice.
True.
Let's see. Jetman in Western New York freezing, and there's a Starfighter saying the backyard is too cold outside right now. I was in the front yard not long before I come in here and sit down, and it is definitely cold out there. So I've been listening to the weather. I work today, but I've been listening to some of the YouTube weather guys that I like to listen to. Me and Pop talked about them the other night, and I caught some of that. And of course, the thing's been changing, but they were talking about all of the time frame and what's going to do what, where, and whatever. And so when those guys do live streams, the guy I watch, like he's got a AI, like he's got a his live chat. They got an app where people can check in, and they check in on the app, and then when they get so many in an area, he'll like highlight that area, and it'll be like, oh, here's Crow, and he's in Ottawa. Here's what it's gonna do in Ottawa, and go through it.
Good shit.
Yeah. So I was listening to it and listening to all that, and so I was watching it earlier tonight, and I looked at the radar because I keep checking it, like, oh, it's getting closer, and it's just now back in like in Memphis. It's crossing over into Tennessee right now, so it's not going to be here till like early tomorrow morning before it does much here.
Here's my concern. Like when we talk about cold weather and minus temperatures and snow, I kind of sit there and go, is a place like Tennessee really equipped for that to last a long time? Like when you guys are forecasting your storm, how long are you projecting those conditions to last?
Usually our weather events, whatever you want to call them, don't usually last. When it's snow and ice, they don't usually last more than a couple of days here. There's been a couple exceptions, but what we usually get is like an overnight it'll start, and then all through the next day, and then taper off the next night kind of thing is a lot of times what we see here. So they're making a big deal out of this one around here because we're going to get a lot of ice with it.
Well, and this is kind of where I kind of get at is like, what's like up here, it is pretty much mandatory for a car to have a block heater. And I'm like, do you guys even know what a block heater is down there? Like, do you have them with your cars?
On diesels, the diesels
on diesels, right? So
for the most part,
yeah. So if you're not parking your car in a garage and you're in the minus 20s, right, and your car is going to sit for a while, you could end up with a dead battery before you know it, right? Like, so it's just kind of like, how equipped are you guys for these kind of conditions to last more than a few days?
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we don't know what to do with cold weather, and you probably think that the whole making a talking about the weather so much and making a whole theme about frozen characters and stuff is funny because you're used to it. For us, it's pretty rare to get like the size system that's coming through. It's rare for us to get it.
Dude, I've seen snow in places where I didn't expect it to be and where the locals didn't expect it to be. I understand it. Like, just because we're used to it, I could totally understand how others wouldn't be. And it's just like one of these things where it's like, man, there are days where I wish I wasn't used to it. I'll tell you that.
We are not equipped to deal with it here. We've got plows and salt trucks and brine trucks, so we've got all that stuff. But prolonged, like there's only so much they can do, and nobody is used to it here for extended periods of time. At least nobody that's from here.
And that's one of the things, like, we'll get into politics at all, but I said that to you backstage, right? You shouldn't take over a country if you're not willing to live in it. So ask yourselves, do you really want to live in Northern Canada or Greenland?
Yeah.
Probably not. Right?
It's going to be mandatory. It's going to be mandatory for every American to do at least 1 year in Canada.
You take it, you got to live here for a couple of years minimum. That's the deal. We do a house swap. I go live in Hawaii for a year. You come up here.
Like a foreign exchange student kind of program.
Yeah, like wife swap. We just
no longer foreign state program. So
yeah.
Oh, let's see. Say hi to a couple more people here. Got Rafe Mace in the house.
What's going on, brother?
We are the Hammer. It's cold, fuckers, with 2 feet of snow. Sunday, tomorrow and Sunday, and -7 where he's at. and he's also in New York.
Go playing it.
Clint Jorgensen's here. Is it colder in Tennessee or Canada right now?
We are
Probably
going to
Canada.
yeah, but not by much, probably. Like we're at minus 20, I think 21 right now. I'd have to look on my tablet.
Let's see. I'm going to see minus 21 Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Yeah, you can
because
Google that shit while I find
I'm
out.
Googling the hell out of it.
Ottawa temp.
So,
Ottawa weather.
okay.
We're
So,
minus
yeah.
23 right now.
Okay. So, minus 21 is minus 5.8 here. So, it's way colder there than it is here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're pretty cold. Cars are plugged in right now.
Let's see. Let me see what the phone says. The old trusty phone. It's 23 here. So which is cold for us.
Well, and I mean, if you're dealing with ice, that's no small thing too. If you guys aren't prepared, like I think about the old folks, right? Like one of the first things I ever had to do in the army was deploy because there was an ice storm and it devastated Ontario. And I think a lot of the states got hit as well that year. It was like 90, 98. Anyways, old folks were dying because their like filters were clogging up or iced over and things like that. And they were getting carbon monoxide poisoning, right? So it's just like you got ice stacking up. You got to go check your house's breathing ability. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
That.
And
Now,
that's the ice.
Yeah. Let's see. Starfighter saying even though the storms last 1 or 2 days here in Oklahoma, everything shuts down and all the stores are sold out. The stores here. We'll talk about that in a minute. Oh my God. Todd C's here saying is After Dark the title for a new softcore series. Matthew made fun of me because he said everybody calls their show After Dark, and I didn't realize how many other like After Dark shows there were until I thought it was a unique.
That's why we got to misspell it and just change the A to an O. After Dork.
After Dork.
After Dork.
After Dork. And Starfighter saying I lived in Denmark. They only get a weird sleet fog for the most part, although cold, that freezing fog kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've never been to Denmark, but I've been to the Balkans, and yeah, I kind of think I know what he's talking about with that. We don't get that. I think BC gets that.
We had it. We had some here. We get it once in a while. We had some yesterday morning. We had some freezing fog here. We don't get it often, but we do get it. Joe Fan is in the house. What's going on, Joe Fan? And so the weather, the ice, that's why it's such a big deal here right now, is because so this system that's coming through, like it's going to be up there while it's still going through here. Like it's going to be in the bottom part of where you are while it's still here. And we're right on the line here in Tennessee, in Middle Tennessee. It almost cuts the state diagonally. And we're right on the line to where an hour north of me, right around about an hour and 15 minutes north of me, right at the Kentucky border, they're going to get like 8 or 10 inches of snow. But where I'm at is right on the line where it changes from sleet and freezing rain, which turns into ice and snow. So what we're supposed to get here is we're supposed to get snow overnight, and then it's going to start turning into the freezing rain, which is just going to put a glaze of ice on everything, right? So,
and then you'll get snow after, which will cover all of that ice, so people don't really recognize what they're driving on till they're trying to brake or turn.
That's exactly what we're supposed to get, and just depending on whether it goes a little bit north or a little bit south, is what it's going to come down to is how much of what we get. But so when I was watching all of the weather stuff today,
Yeah.
all of their little models and stuff that they were using. So here in 1994, we had an ice storm. Like for around here, it was the ice storm. So every time we're going to get winter weather, any kind of a weather event in Tennessee, it is always compared to the ice storm of 94. Every snowfall, every chance of freezing rain all gets compared against this ice storm of 1994.
Yeah, that's kind
And
of how we are too. Yeah.
so when I was watching this stuff today, they were looking at it and adding up the projected totals. And here where I am, they said if it comes through the way that their models and stuff were predicting, that it was going to be as bad or possibly worse because we're projected to get more ice here than we got in 1994. So I mean, it was one of the things where you go out and just go outside, you just hear trees cracking and shit falling in the woods. And
Oh yeah.
so I was a junior in high school when that happened, and I remember it very well.
I just think I almost hope it is worse than what you had in 94. So you guys who grew up with an entire generation of manners, like, you think that's something, you should have been around in 94. That was a real
Yeah,
storm, boy. Now you can just like knock them in a snowbank, be like, what now, old man? Worst
yeah,
storm ever.
yeah, that's right. We beat it. We
You-
beat your
yeah.
1994. Um,
O'Doyle rules.
yeah, Doyle rules right off the cliff. Oh man. Um, so like I said, we are waiting on a couple people, but if you guys, if there's anybody that wants to hop on, holler at me and I'll get a link
Yeah.
to you if you want to jump on.
I,
We're just doing some cold weather talk.
I'm right now arming children. What? I'm seeing if certain things fit in my Star Wars kids' hands. Things that go pew pew pew.
Yeah, so you got some bargain finds today, didn't you?
Yeah, $5
No.
Friday at GameStop. Let me get that out of her hand here in a second. It does fit in her hand. That's you shouldn't hold that, kid. What are you doing? But for 5 Canadian, I got a couple of children's for my PSAs. Yeah.
Man, if I found them that cheap, I'd definitely pick them up for that, just to have, like
Yeah.
you said, some smaller background figures.
But the backpacks and flashlight accessories alone, I thought, were just enough to make it worth it. And then when I thought about, do I need kids? I was like, yeah, we can have fun with kids and backgrounds. You know,
I wish those
respectable.
the NECA trick or treat kids were better figures than they are for $20.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was saying when I was looking at them. They have them all, every Walmart, every Sunrise Records, everything. They're the most populated NECA thing. And I'm like, man, they kind of look like junk. Like up close,
Yeah.
they don't look like they're worth this at all. If they were $5 figures, yeah.
Um yeah, and they're only going to be so posable, right? Because they're
Did you
NECA.
read? Remember, I said this was going to happen.
Um
You just took off Joe Fad's comment, but that was just it. I said somebody's going to say there's something
Oh
different.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something. Okay. Yep. Yeah, something
Yeah.
is.
There's something
Something is.
different.
Let's see. Joe Fan saying the last year the main water lines for the town had 4 breaks. We were without for over a week. That
Oh
happened
yeah.
in Nashville three years ago, I think. In 22 or 23, we had a pretty cold spell in the winter.
That's a great point. The water
And
lines.
yep, say what's up to Liquid Identity Ladies Night. What's up, crew? What's up, Liquid? Um, so Yeah, so we don't really know what the hell is going to happen with it. Like I said, I've been watching it. I've always been kind of interested in watching the weather because my dad, growing up,
Mhm.
my dad had to watch the weather, for his work. So we we always watched it at night, and I just grew up always keeping an eye on the weather, and for whatever reason that's followed through into adulthood.
Yeah. I mean, tornado chasing was a huge thing when I was growing up, like the movie Twister and all that.
Oh
Like
yeah.
when I was in my 20s, that came out, and everybody was, oh, I know what Doppler radar does now, and blah, 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 schmackety,
Yeah.
schmackety. But some
I've seen
things
what
stick around.
I've seen what can be done with Dorothy.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's a good point about the water pipe. Sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted by that, but I just realized I
Oh,
remembered my buddy used to live in a trailer park up in New Brunswick, which is in the
mhm.
northern east of Canada, like, above Massachusetts and all that, like way north.
Yeah.
And he went away for 1 week during a cold snap, and his pipes all froze and all burst. And you want to see a trailer home get reduced to literally the value of a Nike shoebox, that will do it, man.
Yeah.
Every pipe and the way that those stucco walls are formed, it's done. It's just
Oh,
done.
I've seen it down here. I've seen that
Yeah.
very thing happen down here. So I lived in one when I bought this property. It had
Hmm.
a trailer on it, and when I bought it, I lived in that trailer for about 3 years while I was getting everything in order, and I actually built my house right behind where the trailer was.
Okay.
But I had trouble with the water line breaking, and the winter that the house was being built, because it was built over the winter, we had to work on the damn water line like 2 or 3
Oh.
times, and that
Ugh.
wasn't the first time we had to do it. Now, it busted underneath, luckily, but not it didn't flood it or anything, but we,
Mhm.
so my dad and I were working on it, something that was funny was, so they were bringing the materials, they were building the house, all the lumber and whatever shit was here, and so we kept using this one piece of Luan, that real thin stuff that goes down underneath vinyl.
Mhm.
Um, so we kept using this one scrap piece of Luan to like put our knees on and kneel down while we were working on this water line. And we had to do it so much like that winter, it just became a joke. I'm like, well, let me go get the loo on.
Mm.
So when we finally got in it and I got the house done, I saved that piece of loo on. And
Oh.
for I think for like the next Father's Day or something, I took that piece of Luan and I wrapped it in black fabric, and I had printed a bunch of the pictures that I
Mhm.
had done of the house being built and like the trailer as I was moving, and I put them all on that piece of Luan and give it to dad for like Father's Day
Oh, what do you
because
think of
we used it so much
that?
fixing
Yeah.
broken water lines underneath that trailer. So uh,
Hmm.
he 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 didn't realize at first what it was. He was like, "Oh, that's neat," because I used all the pictures, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Flip it over," because I didn't. When I rolled it over the back, I glued it with fabric glue, and
Yeah.
he looked at it. I was like, "That's that piece of Luan that we used to fix the water lines."
Mm.
So that is a big thing down here. Is worrying about the water lines busting, because when it gets as cold as it's going to be with all this ice, like the power, goes out, like
Well,
trees fall and take the lines out.
yeah, and I mean, we up here, like homeowners, I forget to do it sometimes too. It's purging your outdoor line and shutting
Yeah.
off the outdoor water valve. Right, that's
Yeah.
where the ice is going to come from. So
Yep.
do it. You know, you're not going to be
Uh,
watering your lawn this week anyways, so you might as well turn it off.
I wish I had like $5 for every post on the local local Facebook group thing that I saw where people asking how to get the water out of their sprinklers and shit. Like, how do we do this? Tell me you haven't been here long without telling me you haven't been here long.
Either way, it's a lesson learned, right?
Say what's up to Stu for lunch. Join us.
Hey.
Good evening to 3-star, Crusty Old Crow, and of course, my cohorts in the room of chat. Got a 6'10" Yojo Daddy is in the house with us. What's going on? What's going on? Lunchbox Killer is here. What's going on, man?
Oh, all the classics are here.
Yeah, we got
hearing the names from years ago.
Yeah, got the Rogues Gallery and the Peanut Gallery. And speaking of, there's Woody Triple Deuce, the Figure Addict, showing up. What's up, Woody?
Hey, what's going on?
So
just killing time till Joe Fest.
Yeah, it'll be here quick. It'll be here quick. I was gonna go this weekend to the Kentucky Winterfest up in Parakeet Springs. It's up near a little past Bowling Green. It's about 3 hours or so from me. And they're getting like I said, the town on the border is getting like 10 or 12 inches of snow. It's further up than that. So they're going to be getting a ton of snow up there too. So needless to say, I'm not going to be going up there tomorrow. And it kind of sucks because I was going to meet up with, some of the, I think Casey podcast from the pit was going, Wreck Ship was going to go. There was several people that I was, looking to go and hang out with and meet up with. Cause I saw those guys at Joe Fest. I didn't really get to talk to them very well or very much. Wreck Ship I did a little bit, but like Hillbilly Harper, like several of those guys were going, and this weather just screwed it all up.
Oh, is it because of the weather that you're not going to make the trip? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But
yeah, I have to drive straight through all of the worst part of this to get there.
The biscuit ain't worth it if you're going to go off the road. No, emergency trucks are going to be dealing with every other idiot. Just don't add your name to the list. You know what I mean?
We got one more getting ready to join us that looks like he is ready for the weather. He's probably going to just go outside and smoke a cigarette and wait on it.
Pop. Hello,
Clark.
Pop.
Shitter's full.
That's so quaint of you.
I thought there for a second, I thought you'd met up with Matthew and borrowed a karate gi.
No, I just had to get in a full costume for a second. Okay. I'm trying to prepare for tonight.
Yeah.
It's really hard to hear you guys through all this shit.
Yeah. So what do you have on your trapper hat and a ball cap or a stocking cap underneath it?
Well, I got the robe and then the jacket and then the Ushanka and then I've got the sock hat and then the gloves, go Steelers. And I'm ready to go. But now I'm going to need a second to get out of this shit so I can settle in. But I thought it'd be a great way to come in anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely a Randy Quaid lookalike right here, man. Hey, I just wanted to yell holiday-o.
This ain't out of shape. This is more cushion for the pushing, Woody.
That's right.
So we had a saying about taking a piss in all our kit in the Army in the winter up here. It's the biggest problem we have, right? 6 inches of kit and a 4-inch dick. That's what you look like right now.
I don't think I can see it. Anyway, all right, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right.
Yeah. And as you say that, you made me hot, so I'm taking off my extra layer too. Just looking at you.
You did nothing for me. You made me laugh. You didn't make me hot. Let's see what you put on next.
So I've got I got a little heater over here, and I don't have it cranked up, but I got my little heater because I've said ever since I've been doing YouTube, this is the coldest room in my house. It's on the corner, up in the air, and it faces north. So I have a little heater over here, and I'm like, I'm going to put on this sweatshirt, this hoodie, so I don't have to crank that heater up. But it's going to be so cold here Sunday, like going into Monday. I will probably set my heat on like 65, like my HVAC unit, because when it gets that cold, I have an old unit and I'm trying to baby it. I don't want to overstress it too much. It can't keep up when the air temperature. It's going to be Sunday night here is going to be, I think, about 0. That's super cold for us here.
Well, I mean, if you're not used to it, of course it is,
No.
right? And even if you are used to it, 0 is the temperature where you make ice cubes, and you're humans, so you're okay to say it's cold.
Got another vote for thinking Pop was cosplaying a snow job there. Joe fam. It's funny. Every good mechanic builds a shed for his tool. I'm gonna have to remember that. I need to remember that one. Let's see.
I hope he's back shortly. I gotta check on my boy and make sure he's geared down for bed.
I'll go ahead. He'll be back. I'll be here.
Be right back.
And Woody's saying it's 2 there now, about to get colder. Woody, y'all are, unless y'all's forecast has changed, y'all are about to get hammered with some snow where you're at. They were talking like 16 or 18 inches of snow where you are. I've been watching this shit all day. Pretty much anybody I know where you live, if you're in the path of this, I could probably tell you what it's going to do there. Bobby Wald is popping in. What's going on, Bobby? What's going on? Let's see. How would you say? Yeah, 18. Yeah, man. That's so we never had 18 inches of snow here. I can't imagine. They showed during all this hype for this big weather system this week, they dug up the snow totals for Nashville since they've been keeping record, and the biggest one was I think it was in 1888, and it was almost 16 inches of snow. And then you can see, like, as it gets closer to now, those totals go down. But I think the next, like, most recent biggest one we had was like I think it was like 11 inches in the last 10 years. Nashville got about 11 inches. So this is the opportunity for some businesses for your golf courses, right? Grab yourselves your little crazy carpet sleds, go to a golf course and slide down those hills and have a good time with the winter. Because golf courses are awesome for sledding. If you're gonna get hit with snow, go enjoy it. That's a perfect avenue to go sledding, because perfectly manicured. There's no rocks. You see all the trees. The hills aren't that big that you don't want to climb back up them and go back down them. And some of the best sledding I ever did as a kid was just at the golf courses out here, right? Like in the winter, that's what they'd open them up for. See, the golf courses down here are bougie, dude. Even the public courses down here, I don't think they would even try and risk it. But that's a great idea.
You don't get in the clubhouse. Nobody's warming their hands inside nothing. Yeah. You just get to go to the course.
Although, wouldn't that be awesome if they did and they served like burgers and then just still served booze?
I think any respectable course should, but I mean, you said, you say bougie, I say elitist, but in the end, we're talking about golf courses, right?
Go in the clubhouse and get hammered and then go back out and go sledding for a little while. That'd be
19th hole.
The 19th hole.
Yeah, the clubhouse. That's right.
It's the one I made with my head. getting drunk and sliding down this hill.
Could you imagine though? You just go sailing off into a sand trap and sink like 3 or 4 feet. You're like, oh shit. Pop Blender, what have you been up to today? Have you been out enjoying? Did you have to go to the store today? I know
did.
you had to go to the store today. I know.
I did. And yes, there is no milk. There is only the keto bread and like the specialty bread for people with allergies and shit like that. So yeah, there's nothing left. Now there was a bunch of meat there, although I did see a couple chicks in the grocery store, but also the ground beef, steaks, ground chucks, chuck stuff like that was there too. So yeah, it was. It wasn't packed though. I'm not gonna lie. It was not very busy, and I kind of thought that it was gonna be madness. I think people were getting out of work a little bit early, although for us, I really no reason why. But yeah, it was pretty easy sailing in there, and but yeah, no milk, and I mean none, unless you wanted almond milk or organic, like $7 a gallon, right. or more. So there was a bunch of chocolate milk, but not the purity kind. It was the
Timu milk,
the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So is this panic buying that people are doing? Like, oh my god,
yes,
don't cut off my milk supply.
That happens for us every single time, and rarely, very rarely, is it as bad as people think it is. And I've often wondered this. So I get it if you have kids, because cereal or lunch meat, right, making sandwiches and stuff, so you want to get that kind of stuff. But I always found it funny because I'm like, is that all people eat are eggs, bread, and milk? For they think they're going to be snowed in for like 7 or 10 days.
Milk sandwiches.
Stupid.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's some things that you don't freeze that don't keep very well, and dairy is not really great for freezing milk, and then it doesn't taste right after, right?
Sure.
So you're going to risk wastage a lot. And I thought COVID sorted all this hoarding shit out, anyways.
COVID didn't sort anything out.
Not for the South when they are forecasting snow. It's been that way since Pop Blender and I were kids. I'm sure it was that way for many years before. But he's not bullshitting about the milk and bread crisis. Joe Fan, I sent it to you.
No, and I wouldn't think that he is. We get shortages on some dairies too sometimes, but a lot of our farms are local that we get it from. But snow isn't something we panic about. COVID was, but snow.
It's
wasn't.
just a weird thing where you're right. People panic buy. So then what happens is they buy the same. It's the same shit. Now there was plenty of eggs. Actually, I was shocked. There was plenty of eggs, but bread aisle is always empty. Milk is always empty. Again, and that's why I joke about it, because it's like, is that all people fucking eat for the 2 days they can't leave their house? They think they're going to be snowed in for like 2 weeks.
Oh wait,
and they buy all the toilet paper and all the paper towels and the milk and bread. But I was saying this at work last night, actually. It's like there's so much other shit that you can buy. There's pasta and there's mac and cheese. There's tuna. There's plenty of stuff that you can get. Some of it might be a little bit more. You can't be as creative, like maybe making Hungry Helper or Sloppy Joes or something like that. But like the reality is around these parts, we get a little bit of sunshine. It gets up to about 22 degrees. If it's sunny day, it's going to add another 15 degrees, and it's going to melt a lot of the shit on the roads, because people really just get antsy and they'll just try it, right? And then the roads end up being fine. The interstates usually are the first thing that's okay. So as long as you can make it to the interstate or your big kind of primary or secondary roads, then you're usually in pretty good shape. It's getting out of the neighborhoods, and we have a lot of hills, and we have a lot of roads that are covered by trees and shit like that.
I'll tell you,
what's
man.
up, Joe Fan?
Hey, Joe Fan.
Howdy, how are y'all?
Good. Turn yourself up a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna wonder if that was your volume or ours. What as somebody who goes through a snowstorm at least once every 2 weeks right now at this time of year, it's not the stuff you think you needed to stock up on. It's not the milk. It's not the bread. You were fine. You're going to make it through the storm on that. You forgot sugar for your coffee. And by the time you got home and recognized it, you're not going back out. It's all the other little stuff, right?
Yeah.
There will be something you miss and it will piss you off the entire time that storm is there.
Yeah, is it better?
A little bit.
Can hear you. Yeah.
Darren, do
You're
you have
louder.
control over his mic volume? Maybe you can go in and pump him up a little bit.
Well, I'm on my headset because I'm hard of hearing, so I figure I put my earphones in.
Oh, you good? You good? This might be able to boost you up a little.
This is a rocking
Yeah.
chair that's freaking me out.
No,
Oh, sorry.
it's one thing to maybe go through this on a regular basis, but for us, it literally is like once every 2 to 3 years. It's a little bit more frequently recently, but either way, people act like they're going to be stuck. They won't be able to open their front door. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of snowed in.
Like
for
what
like
Woody's gonna
10
get and
days.
Wraith Mace is gonna get tomorrow night. Yeah.
Right, right. Have you guys seen the pictures of the trees, the exploding trees? Though, have y'all seen that shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's wild to me. That just all of a sudden out of nowhere, these trees just split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
I
just
mean-
the weight just splits them apart.
Again, I got to put the emphasis. If you're getting feet of snow tonight and you're not used to it, do a walk around your house and make sure your pipes are clear, like your dryer vents and things like that. You don't want the fucking start clogging up your pipes, like your vents and all that.
That's definitely something you got to stay on top of for sure.
We lost Joe fan. He'll be back. He's still a little new to joining stream, so we'll get him.
Yeah.
A lot of new faces popping up these days.
Yeah, it's good. Good. There he is.
Dadgummit, I'm trying to read the chat. I'm trying to get to where I can read the chats, and it logged me out.
Oh, it's difficult to do if you're on a mobile device.
Yeah,
You can ask Crow.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of the chats. I saw someone was saying they thought I was in an earthquake. I was like, yeah, sorry. if I'm in a rocking chair, I'm rocking, man.
Coming to you live from the flag. It's Joe Fan 84.
Yeah,
Storm
right.
this haze, boys.
Yeah. Well, he's always talking about his recliner he falls asleep in, so he's
that's
live
it.
from his recliner.
The cat's in my lap, but they both got up and ran off.
Yeah, Crow was fighting a battle with his before we got
Oh,
started.
Jesus. When I go back inside, he's going to moon you. I know it, but that's not for
Yeah,
a few minutes yet.
yeah. It's not a stream with Crow till you've seen one of his cat's buttholes.
That's right. You guys got about another 20 minutes worth of Crow. Somewhere in there, you will get at least one butthole. I promise you.
That's how it is on
Sweet.
on my videos that I post. I'm always they always jump in and there's a cat butt in the background. I'm like, "Dadgum, can y'all not do that?"
They just wait. They're just trying to show off. Like, yeah, kitty. It's a bad kitty.
Man, get it.
My pie.
I mean, for them, it's a sign of trust, right? Well, it is
Yeah.
for me, too. If I'm showing you my butthole, you better not do nothing.
Why are you showing it then?
Yeah.
Ask the cat. Same question.
Be tempting me.
You can always do poncho.
Forbidden food.
It's my favorite winter character.
Right. Oh, let's see. Did you guys did everybody see the Masters of the Universe trailer?
I did. It's interesting.
Hell yeah.
What y'all
I
think?
love it. I love it.
I think it looks really good.
When
I
I,
think
saw Fisto do the uppercut, I was in. I was like, okay.
I also think it's really funny when he's at the office and you see his nameplate.
Him.
Yep, I fully believe they are leaning into hero we need and all this. I talked about it the other night on the little teaser trailer that was only like 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
The trailers are made, they're carefully placed, the words are carefully placed, the images are carefully placed. It's not for no reason. And so that little quick teaser we got a couple nights ago or whatever was, that was specifically like this was what was considered a hero, and it's showing the cartoon version. And it's like, and we need that hero again, to paraphrase or whatever. And I really do believe that is really on purpose. And I think they're going to lean into like masculine, and I think that nameplate is kind of a joke, so to speak, or at least recognizing like, I'm sorry, HR is not okay with you being into nerd stuff and blah, 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 and
aren't they going to merge worlds at some point? So when you talk about this being a joke, I'm wondering if this leads to how he gets the name He-Man. Is it somehow like, oh, this is what you go by? Him, what's a him?
Sure.
Oh, it's a man. Okay.
You might be right. Yeah, you might be right on that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a problem with it being partially on Earth, or are you okay with it? I'll follow it up after I hear from you guys.
Crow, what do you think?
I think it's dangerous premise. It's failed so many different times in so many different franchises to do this, and we'll merge it into the movie viewer's reality. It's got that last action hero kind of feel to it that I don't put a lot of faith in, but who knows? Maybe they'll do it different.
Joe Fan?
I kind of wish they would have just stuck with it on Eternia. Because, I mean, like the 87 movie, I don't know, they went from Eternia to here, and it was just, it was awful. But it has a better plot on this one. Like, she sent him here to escape, so.
Yeah.
I give it some credit.
Yeah, I don't mind it, given like they did it right. So there's been a bunch of hullabaloo, whatever, about it partially being on Earth. But I think if they were going to set it on Earth, at least, or part of it on Earth, I think they did with this trailer. I think they did it perfectly because it showed you Earth, but it also showed you plenty of Eternia to say, hey, we know this is the Eternia that you want. We're doing it, but we got to mix them together. But this is the version of Eternia that you wanted, and that's where most of it is going to take place. So I don't mind it based on what we've seen so far.
And that's what I hope so, because I think for most people, look, let's not kid ourselves. The target audience for this movie is us.
Yeah,
it just is.
Yeah,
and they know that. So knowing that most of us probably saw the one from back in the day, is that as long as they don't spend the first half of the movie, because I think most of us want to see more of Eternia than just the third act, so to speak, right? Like arriving during the second act, looking around, oh, this is wild. Oh, I remember this, and this world is crazy. And then all of a sudden he's fighting Skeletor, and it's kind of over, right? Like so I'm with you. I hope it's just kind of earlier, and then they kind of get to it, and then get us in the faraway land so we can see like the really cool shit.
I think that's exactly how it's probably going to go, because I think I know the trope they're using, and it's you're right. This is a movie for us, ages 40 to 50, the people that grew up with the original He-Man. I think what we're seeing in the beginning is like, you've all grown up. Here's He-Man superimposed into what your world looks like. Isn't it boring? Aren't you? Isn't it a boring life? Like, doesn't this stand out? And it's like, he aged with us, kind of almost like that kind of a nod. And then they'll bring him into the He-Man world, like rejuvenate us through showing us Eternia and really, really tight CGI characters. That's what really took me away in the preview. I use Man-at-Arms as my benchmark for anything He-Man animated.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I've seen most people say they don't like was Roboto. Like they didn't like the look for Roboto. I'm like,
Sure.
it's fucking Roboto. I mean, yeah, Roboto is like a third tier character, so I don't mind.
That camp is hard to do right? Like either you go full
Yeah.
campy with this, or if you don't, people notice.
That's what I'm curious about is the jokes, because
Yeah.
they do show a decent amount of jokes in this trailer. Like there's, it's quite jokey actually. Not only in the comic shop or the collector shop that we see here, or whatever, but just some of the dialogue. And so I'm just curious, I'm with you, Crow. I don't mind leaning into the camp and having fun with it and leaning into the nostalgia, the 80s part of it, because I like that part too, especially that first little trailer we got. I don't want it to go, I don't want it to cross the line too much. Like, I still want to believe that the movie has like some, not serious, but like still has merits on its own without having to maybe make fun of itself the whole movie.
Oh, yeah. Just reading the Shark Guys' comment too. I didn't realize it. And Stu for Lunch highlights who it is doing the voice.
Kristen Wiig. Yeah.
I find that compelling.
Ghostbusters 2016. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's Roboto. I don't care. Like
Kirsten Wiig SNL is fantastic. Ghostbusters is not Kirsten Wiig.
If she voices Prince Adam, I have a problem with it. But it's Roboto. I don't care.
I guess, but I mean, at the same time, I don't know. I mean, there's going to be probably a lot of people who do care, right? I mean, I'm not that familiar with that character, to be honest with you, and I'm also not super deep in the Masters of the Universe lore, nor any of the tertiary characters. As a matter of fact, for me personally, it goes so far back that, like, other than just a few of those mainline characters, even though I had a bunch of the figures, and you know that, I honestly can't say that, like, I truly remember personalities and like traits and stuff like that. I can't say that I really do remember a lot of those characters.
Nor would I, but I see an explanation in why you would pick somebody like Kirsten Wiig to do something like voice Roboto, right? In any of this trailer, did any of you see a nod to Orko?
No, but
I'm hoping Dolph voices Orko. That'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome for an Easter egg? Could you imagine Orko with Dolph Lundgren's voice?
And that's kind of where I'm going, is you kind of need your comedic rub for the kids, right? And Orko would be that for this, but if he's not in there, then it might end up being the Roboto, right? Like,
I just hope it's not like LL337, like Lando's.
Oh yeah,
like that.
The militant droid, yeah.
Well, and voiced by
Phoebe
Waller-Bridge, and I hope we don't have that kind of thing going on. But again, I don't know those characters well enough to be able to say that.
So you were talking about Orko, Crow, somewhere in this scene, and I have not gone back and looked for it since I saw the post. Somewhere around this scene, there is supposed to be a hat that you can see somewhere that looks like it's floating. And what I saw, that might have been it right there. Right in this area here between the sword and his shoulder. It might have been, I don't know. It looked like somebody in the background, but I saw somebody say somewhere in this scene where he's in the shop, there's a hat that looks like it is floating, that has like a blob under it that almost looks like it is intentionally blotted out.
Okay.
And they were saying that might be a hidden nod to Orko being in this scene. I have not scrubbed through it to look for it, but I did see that was put out there. That was posited somewhere.
That's a good call.
I wasn't even like you, Pop. I think I had one He-Man action figure that somebody made the mistake of giving me at Christmas figuring he'd like it. And I didn't like He-Man. I didn't like the dimensions of the characters, right? The way the figures were made. So I didn't, but I didn't mind the cartoon, right? Like Castle Grayskull and all that stuff was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But you're right. I wouldn't be able to remember what these characters' archetype personalities were, except for
Yeah.
Prince Adam being just Prince Adam. God damn it.
Yeah, there's a few, right? But for the most part, a lot of the extra villains, like there's maybe 3 or 4 villains that I'd say, oh, okay, yeah, I know for sure. And then, but when it came to collecting all the figures, even as a kid, the ones that I did have, which it was a few, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you, oh yeah, that's the personality I know
Yeah.
for sure. That's how I thought of them, as a kid. It would only be from the cartoons is where I would gather my information or my the voices and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And Adam says here, think they'll have her make the character kind of like the K2SO and Rogue One, lethal
Could
and
be.
snarky, and
Right.
that yeah, people saying Stu saying that works for me. Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't
Those
mind
characters
it
always
a
do
bit.
well.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it looks good. I think from what we've seen so
Yeah.
far, I think it's got the right blend of everything. Like it's like you said, it's clearly made for our generation. They call back a lot of stuff to the cartoon. You got Earth, you got Eternia. It is somewhat self-aware, like it's not taking itself too serious. So I mean, it to me looks like everything I would probably want out of a He-Man movie, not being a super fan of Motu. I like it. It's fine. I had it. Pop, you had it. We played with it until we discovered G.I. Joe,
Yeah.
pretty much. But it'll always hold a special place for me. I'll still, for whatever reason, when I fall asleep on the couch and YouTube auto plays, I always wake up to Masters of the Universe. I don't know how, but it always winds up playing Masters of the Universe.
Nice.
So, but for what I want out of a Masters of the Universe He-Man fan, I see a lot of good stuff in here. So there's
For
a
sure.
Roboto, you got Duncan, Adam, Tila, and what do you guys think about Battle Cat?
I don't.
It's I don't know. This image doesn't do a lot for me.
He looks a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's again, you can see the comedic need in this movie sometimes, and I feel like Battle Cat's just desperately expressing it. It's like, I'm going to be the funny one here.
Well, so right here, so this has got to be Cringer.
Yeah, that's Cringer right now. For sure.
Yeah, so
Right.
when he turns into Battle Cat, and you do get to see it a little bit quickly toward the end, it does show him. He's freaking huge.
One thing, like if you are gonna lean into kind of the 80s thing and all that, I know the classic argument about the female clothes, right? Like, do you have them wear what they were drawn up in? Because that would be ridiculous that somebody would wear something like that into battle. Or do you make it more modern and it's like, yeah, well, this makes more sense because you'd cover up your legs and you cover up your arms or whatever, right? And so I guess that's my only thing is like, if we are gonna do kind of the lean into the 80s thing, then I want to see a little bit more of the more cartoon accurate or action figure accurate costuming. That's just me. I don't think that's a sexist thing. I don't think it's like, hey, I need more boobs. I just, if you're gonna lean into it, let's lean into it.
I think we're in the wrong social climate and make that choice.
I don't think so, because I think if you look at some of the little things like the nameplate or the early trailer that said this is what used to be considered a hero and it
Oh,
shows
really?
the him with the sword, and he's buff, and it's the classic He-Man look, and it's like, and this is the kind of hero we need now or whatever, and they show He-Man again or whatever. It's or you know what I mean? Like
No,
so
and
I don't know. What do you want? Do you want to lean into it or do you not want to into it? Do you
I'm
want to? That's my kind of thing.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. But the powers that be that make movies right now misidentify the needs, right? And they're when they lean into something, it's the wrong direction. Like we have more Kathleen Kennedys out there to ruin
Oh,
things,
sure. I just
based off
think
what they think society wants, right? So,
I just think it'd be awesome to see that
God, yeah.
classic outfit.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
just oh man.
so I think at some point, and I don't think they'll show it in any of the trailers or anything before you see the movie. So look at what you just said. What you just said about the classic outfit. I see at some point this right here. I see Adam's sleeves getting ripped off somehow,
Oh, absolutely.
and then it's a vest with a white undershirt.
Well, I'm talking about her.
Oh, Tila.
Yeah, I'm talking
Tila,
about
yeah.
Tila. That's what I'm talking about. That's who
Okay.
I'm talking about. I'm not really talking about Adam. I think we know that's going to
Well,
happen.
you said the feminine dress.
Well,
I thought you were talking about Adam wearing
and that
wearing his paint.
totally makes sense, right? But like
Mhm.
for her, I just think like how badass would it be, right? Like, to and it's armor, right? It doesn't have to,
Yeah.
it could be that, gold armor, right? Like, and
It's
I guess
it's
that's
like if
my thing.
Princess
Like, it'd be
Leia.
super cool.
It's like if Princess Leia in the Jabba Palace outfit just had a little bit more plating, it would have been like Tila.
I
Sure.
I think we'll get it. I think we'll see it in this movie.
I
I
hope
think
so.
I
I
hope
think it'd be
so.
fun.
I think they'll do it. And I like Adam's comment here. If it hits all the notes like we've seen in the trailer, has the fans wanting more, hopefully it will lead to other filmmakers giving the same nostalgic treatment that toy brands richly deserve. Can we all just cross our fingers and hope somebody does something similar to this with G.I. Joe? Wouldn't that,
Awesome.
I mean, yeah, just
Yeah.
from what we've seen of the trailer in this movie, if we could get G.I. Joe even going in the direction of what this movie looks like.
I had this conversation at work last night with a guy who doesn't give a shit about G.I. Joe, but he's my friend who does CGI work for Hollywood. He worked on the Welcome to Derry show. And so I was going to have him on. We were talking about having him on as a guest, whatever. And we were talking about this last night, and we were talking about G.I. Joe. And the hard part with G.I. Joe is that, like, there's so many characters. So it's almost like if you're going to do it, and this got brought up like 2 or 3 years ago, if you're going to do it, you almost have to go back to like Cold War 80s accurate costumes for the characters, okay? Because Marvel's proven that you can do that. You don't have to be the X-Men of the 2000s with black leather costumes and completely change the look. You can do comic accurate, cartoon accurate costumes. So for the Joes, the only thing of it is like for a movie, you can't introduce like so many characters. So then you really have to pick and choose like who are we going to do? And then with Cobra, though, it's like keep it accurate. It is a terrorist organization. G.I. Joe is an American group, right? And a real American hero. And you make it a period piece, or you lean into that nostalgia, costume complete, and formula complete. And if you're going to do it, that's how you'd have to do it. I just don't know, because I'm with you. I would love for them to be able to do something like this with G.I. Joe and just know their audience. Just target that audience, hit it hard.
That's all we've been wanting.
I just wonder if there's too many characters, or because of the figure line, and I don't know how many He-Man figures there were that were made. You know, I don't know how that grew,
There's
So
been a lot.
but
this
man,
is the GI Joe core line of figures is exactly why I've always said like GI Joe can't prosper in a theater because you are
it's
going to
right.
get restricted with the number of actors you can even afford to hire to represent maybe 3 to 4 recognizable Joes, right? And then you got to worry about your cast for Cobras. But as an anthology TV series or like animated, it would excel because the current writing talents have shown they can handle shows like that. There are a lot of good sci-fi anthologies out there, and you guys are going to get the cat butt. But
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
that's how I
baby.
think Joe should be
Mm.
tackled. Is it should be restricted to TV streaming. It shouldn't be a theater production.
It would be
Yeah.
difficult to introduce, you know, several, and that was basically the conversation. That was
I'm
my
backing
worry.
on that.
Was like with GI Joe, you're trying to set up this, you know, covert group, but you can only go with just so many before you have too many characters you're trying to work in. But if they kept Destro looking like Destro and Baroness looking like Baroness, Cobra Commander looking like Cobra Commander, and then think about a Flint on screen with the beret and the black shirt with the
Yeah,
fucking
man.
shotgun,
Oh
and, you
yeah.
know,
Shotgun.
shells and
Henry Cavill as Flint.
I mean, what, you know, just oh man,
He'd be
like
a good Flint.
be awesome, dude.
He'd be a
Just
good Flint.
and just
What
lean into it.
what do you guys think about Skeletor? I think they finally did
I love
Skeletor
it.
right.
I love
It
it.
looks good.
I hope he sounds like. I hope the reason we're not hearing him in this is because he sounds like the animated Skeletor to a degree.
I,
I hope
I
so
want
too.
him to.
Yeah, everybody wants that voice,
I think he's
man.
gonna sound like the
I,
Joker.
Mm.
I don't know, man. I think with the fan service they seem to be doing with this, I bet they found somebody that can do a pretty good. They can do a good Skeletor. You know, I think we'll get it.
There's no doubt someone can do that. But there is some
Mhm.
cool action scenes in this trailer, man. I love the punching, the sword play.
Yeah,
Like
Um,
Fisto knocking the shit out of somebody.
yeah. But even the look of Eternia, where you see the statues, you know, at the beginning,
Oh yeah, yeah.
even and Castle Grayskull, you see Sorceress flying, you know, in the
Yep.
air as a bird, and I'm digging it. And I saw online, you know, today that some people they don't like the race swap and all that stuff. I've said it a million times. I don't care if it works and if the actor's good, if it's a good choice, right? So if it's killed in this movie, like I really don't give a shit about that.
yeah.
You know, it doesn't bother me at all.
And for a character like Man at Arms, I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody more perfect to do it than Idris Elba.
Right.
And honestly, it's an old franchise, and it's right to give different audiences sometimes something that they can relate to. And if that means taking one of these characters and just making them a little bit more recognizable, yeah, you're going to get some people that don't like it, but most people can understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think so too. And Tony's asking, yeah, right. There's my boy Trap Jaw. So if you slow this down, like there, you see a bunch of the
Yeah.
main characters. We just saw Spike Ore. Here's Trap Jaw.
Yeah.
Beast Man's got a good cameo in this somewhere. There he is.
Yeah,
There's
there he
Beast
is.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, look at that.
Obviously
And that
in the US or
on
on Earth
Earth.
rather,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So look at that, man. He's Beast Man running down the street, running down the 405, tearing cars up. So I dig it. And I know you and Matthew are probably gonna break this down, so I don't want to
Oh,
get
it doesn't matter. It's
spoiled
fine.
too many
No,
of your
Yeah.
no, I did, dude. That's several days away, and actually, he may not very well be on with me Tuesday night. He's got to travel, and he might be in the middle of all this ice and snow.
yeah.
So I'm not quite sure, but right here, Evelyn, I love the headpiece. I think it's fantastic. Right, instead of putting her in some just common or bullshit thing, they're actually like going with that look. I love that, man. And then
There's Battle Cat.
I just
That
the only thing is the green looks a little weird to me in here.
and now,
Sick.
What,
I find
what,
it
Joe
weird
fan?
that
Joe fan, what?
I was just saying, it looks like he's sick.
It just
So
looks.
are we sure Kristen Wiig's playing Mr. Robot or the Roboto and not Evil Lynn in this? Like I didn't see Evil Lynn.
Can
said
you
her
go
name
back
in
to
this.
Evil Lynn on screen? Can we get a
She-
look at that for a second and see who that
She'd
is?
make way more sense as Evil Lynn.
The actress who did Evil Lynn, she and her husband did some movie recently. I forget
really?
the name of it.
That's the problem with these teaser trailers is everything goes by so quickly.
Everything's so fast, yeah.
Um,
It's not a huge thing. We're gonna see it saturated on the internet
Yeah.
soon enough, but
Also,
Evil Lynn is Allison Brie. Okay, thanks to
okay,
I see it.
okay.
That's right.
Hey,
That's
I
right.
I
Okay.
like some Allison Brie now,
Yeah.
That's right.
and yeah, I mean them. I think just
Where the
them
hell was
getting. It's after. It's right coming up right here,
Okay.
right there.
There.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there. Her fighting with Tila. Yeah. Oh, look. So okay. So
Yeah, there she is.
can we tell if Tila is in a somewhat
I
battle
looked.
armor? I know, right?
I was trying to look.
Yeah. So yeah, no, this is cool.
Yeah. I remember her from Community, and she was in a few big movies actually.
Yeah. No, she's good. She's a good actress. I mean, look, I don't know much about the cat that's playing Adam.
No.
I don't think I'm I haven't really dug into it yet. Nicholas Galitzine, I don't know him. I mean, Jared Leto as Skeletor, I think has a lot of people a little bit worried. But it's under complete prosthetic makeup CGI, right?
Look, if they could make me enjoy Colin Farrell with what they did for him with the Penguin,
Okay.
I have hope they can make me enjoy Jared Leto as
Right.
Skeletor.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
Morena
I gotta call it,
Baccarin
guys.
as Sorceress, man. Like, hell yeah.
Crow, what?
I gotta say goodnight, guys. It's midnight here. I gotta get to bed before my kid.
Oh,
goes,
he's
so.
about to turn into a pumpkin.
All right, man.
Yeah.
He's got to get up in what 5 hours.
Yeah. So
It's
I don't know why you
hot.
gave me full screen, but bye.
So you can
Hiking.
tell everybody bye. So,
Bye.
Thanks for joining us, Crow.
Yeah, man.
Okay, thanks, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
You should
gotta
be
take
so
it off.
averse
Stay
to full
warm.
screen.
He always does that.
I know. But
Oh.
James Purefoy as King Randor, that's a fantastic actor. Morena Baccarin is great. Like, I mean, there's some good actors attached to this. So that's why I'm even more curious to see what they're able to do. We've seen it in the past where
Am I
you've
muted
seen
or is
properties
Pop
have
muted?
actors associated that are very good actors and they have a shit script, right? They have really stupid looking CGI or whatever effects. But these are some good actors to go with this. So it could be a surprise fun hit this year that kind of does some sneaky good business and not just from us, but from
Yeah.
word of mouth.
Am I muted?
Yep.
Or am I messing up again?
Nope,
No,
you're
you're there.
good.
You're just super
Can't hear
low,
Pop
man.
right now.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you
you're
have a
good.
way to turn your mic up on your iPhone a little bit or something. You're just super low. That's all.
Yeah, we can hear you good. I've got you boosted as much as
Well.
I can boost you on my end.
I can't hear Pop at all right now.
Can you hear me?
I hear
Yeah,
you
that-
just fine. I don't hear Pop at all.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
don't-
log out and log back in, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Oh, the joys of technology.
Right. This looks fantastic right here.
Yeah.
I mean, this
this
looks
whole thing.
I mean, it just looks good. This looks good. I do. I like it. And the staff, they're not, again, obviously, this is somebody who does have some love for the
better?
franchise.
It's
And
about the same on our end. Can you hear Pop?
Yeah, I
can you
hear
hear
Pop
me at
now.
all, buddy?
Okay,
I'm gonna take
good.
this out just since, let's see if this works better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more of a software thing than a hardware thing.
Is that any better?
That's a lot better.
It is. You just got to be careful when you move the phone around when you're not hitting the mic because it creates a lot of static.
Oh,
But you are much louder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds great.
I was rubbing my hands underneath the bottom of the phone. That may have been what you were hearing.
That is definitely what we were hearing. So you're good.
But yeah, this looks really good though. I appreciate them going with just staying true to what it looks like. That's my biggest thing, man. I don't think that companies should be scared to go accurate, lore accuracy, visual accuracy anymore. I think Marvel has proven that you can do that and people won't think it looks goofy. Where back in the 90s, right? 80s and 90s, when we would get some of these superhero costumes, they did look goofy and they did look dumb. But I don't think they really knew how to film it with lighting and all that stuff.
Yeah. What, Joe fan?
I'm sorry, I'm yelling at the cat. I'm moving my headphones, and she saw the string and started trying to chase it and play with
Oh
it.
No.
yeah. Yes, same guy that directed Bumblebee, I believe so. And look, I didn't see Bumblebee. Part of that is because I think I was kind of tired of the Transformers at that point.
Looks like he's in an ABBA video right there.
It's a little. Those abs aren't quite as cut as you'd think they'd be right here.
It's a dancing queen. Viper Scout and War Chest.
Hey, what's
going
up,
on?
boys?
Hey, War Chest. Hey, Viper Scout.
Let's
Yeah.
see. I like this slow-mo part with the Havoc staff. That's cool. June 5th.
Yeah. 5
that
days
what-
before my son's birthday.
Nice. And we will, I imagine most of us will probably have seen this before Joe Fest, three weeks before Joe Fest. So,
for sure.
Now I'm wondering if they're going to do toys based on the movie. I watched a little bit of Allison's stream last night, and she said she thinks that she had heard that they were going to do some.
I would assume there'll be tie-in figures.
There have to be.
It'd be awesome if there was a game, but there's been no mention of it whatsoever. But it would be pretty awesome and not just one of those fucking 2D beat 'em up,
side scrollers,
shmup games where
man.
I guess because games are so expensive now, I get it. Like, why take a chance on making something that people aren't going to buy? But it's just, I'm also tired of the 2D bullshit.
Yeah.
Although that Terminator game that came out recently, from all accounts, is pretty damn awesome.
I haven't seen anything on it. I'm so far out of the games loop. Right. Like, I don't even keep up with games anymore.
Yeah.
No, I just know my son plays games all the time.
I used to, I was never a hardcore video game junkie, but I played my share of games, and I was addicted to Call of Duty there for a while, but a couple years, pretty hardcore, but that was all I did. Like, the everything that I've done on YouTube, even when I was buying stuff and doing reviews every week, you multiply all that time by 5 and it wouldn't touch how much I played Call of Duty from 19 to 23.
Some of that, though, however, is byproduct of COVID, right? Like I think some of that was a byproduct of maybe COVID to an extent, a little bit too.
I mean, I didn't really go anywhere anyway. It wasn't keeping me
Right,
from much.
right.
Like COVID did not put that big of an impact on my social life. Let's
Me
put it
either.
that way.
I worked for an auto parts store. They called us essential, so we had to be there.
Yeah. I was too. But
I
let's
still
see.
got up and went to work every day.
Jetman saying is Merman in the movie. I do think Merman is in there quickly. I do think he is in kind of somewhere around where it's showing some of the villains. I do think it quickly showed Merman, but it didn't. It was about as quick as what it showed Trapjaw. I do think he's in there.
I wonder if Moss Man's in here.
Man, can you imagine? What if Moss Man's in there and we get to see? Can you imagine how quick that clip is going to get snipped down and worked into something on Punk's show if Moss Man's in this movie?
Oh, dude, that'd be pretty good though.
Moss Man.
Stu saying Merman is played by Ben Stiller. Is that for real? Because I don't know.
That'd be funny though.
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about that at all.
Yeah, I don't know either. You think you and Joe Fan hold it down for just a minute? I'm gonna go refill this drink, and we're gonna talk about some cold stuff.
Man,
absolutely, we're fine.
You go refill whatever drink you got to refill, buddy.
I don't have a fedora on, but I got a hat.
You don't need one.
That's all you need.
Yeah, you don't need one at all.
Let's see. He-Man looks like he's been dodging leg day and as bad as Rosie O'Donnell dodges dicks. You know, I don't need He-Man to look like he just got off the plane for the strongman contest. I don't. I like that he is a fairly well built, average-ish,
more realistic
dude. I don't mind that at all. So that's just my idea.
Sorry, got to move around a little bit. Sorry.
No, you just do whatever kind of moving you need to do, buddy.
Yeah,
you ain't got to worry about. You ain't got to say anything. You just do. What
I pulled yesterday at work was our stock day, and I pulled a muscle in my leg, and oh man,
I do that in my sleep, bro.
Yeah, I did that. I pulled it in my hip, and so every now and again it locks up, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah, it's always a good time. It's always a good time, brother. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty stoked for this, man. Yeah, I also I feel you, War Chest. As far as dodging the leg days and the ab days, I guess. But I also feel this way is that I think they've got time to clean up the CGI. I think they have a little time. If this doesn't come out till June, I think they have some time to kind of get some of this stuff cleaned up, and I'm sure they will. I don't know what the budget is for this movie, but I'm sure that's something they might tighten up a little bit before release day. Just to make sure that they cross the T's, dot the I's. But
yeah, I don't think he's. I feel that he's not going to get his He-Man power until like towards the end of the movie. Like that scene right there might even be like the last scene, you know.
Yeah, but I hope it's not. I hope it's not the last 10 minutes of the movie. I think it would kind of do a disservice to the movie. I think you want to maybe set it up. I mean, I think we could all predict kind of what happens. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I don't think this is a super complicated story. I think you can kind of predict that he battles Skeletor, he probably gets beat, and then has to come back, or maybe he has a talk with Man-at-Arms or something. He gets inspired, comes back, and they win the day. We're not going to kid ourselves and think this is going to be a super complicated plot rather. But At the same time, yeah, I don't want to see him being He-Man just the last 10 minutes, but that's kind of how these movies go. I mean, it really is. It's kind of how they do. Todd, I actually did look it up, and I did save a link to discuss it. That looks like a pretty interesting story, actually. So I'm going to check it out. Stu, let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, the Zoolander. Yep, all right, I get it. Okay, so I don't know what 3-Star has planned for the net. He said talking about something cold. So I'm curious exactly what cold shit he's talking about. We'll find out here in a minute. I am gonna have to go grab my drink though here in just a sec. But
Speaking of cold, I bought some beer bottles for my Joes.
oh, you for real?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Little
I got
miniature. Hang on a second. Let me see here. If I can move you. Let me remove that.
Oh.
What'd you get you a bunch of? There you go. Get you a bunch of little.
Let me just take them out of there. So it's
Heineken,
easier to see.
Budweiser.
One
Nice.
or two of those. I'm going to show off everything. So you got a Budweiser.
Nice.
And then there's a Heineken in here. And then they popped up on my eBay feed, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. You know, I've been thinking about getting some of these because Daredevil Dave had his on one of them.
Okay. Little Corona. Yeah.
There we are. Uh-oh.
Who, you know.
Did I fade out?
No, you're there. You're good. Goat Man, G.I. Jet Man. Everybody knows who Goat Man is. You just gotta look him up.
Dang, did I fade out again?
No, you're good. You're full screen, brother.
You're good.
Oh.
Unless you're like Marty
I can't hear
McFly in
Pop
that
again.
picture. Uh-oh.
That's what the hell? I don't know why. I don't know why it's just him. That don't make
damn
any
it,
sense.
Bobby.
Yeah, I don't either. I
Whacking
can
off
hear
in
you
my
just
tool
fine,
shed.
but I don't know if I'm glitching at all.
No, you're good. You're solid.
I gotta go. I actually need to go grab a drink because my mouth is dry as crap. But I am gonna grab a drink real quick.
I guess I'll have to do it again. Log back out and log back in.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't have to.
Hang on. Let me try removing you. Go ahead, Pop Blender.
It's out of control. you never know, Joe fan. You know how he's such a troublemaker.
Always into something.
Always into something. Let's see here. Yeah, Goat Man, G.I. Jet Man. He doesn't know who Goat Man is. I thought everybody knew who Goat Man was. He's the one that lays those goat balls.
Some goat balls and going down the swirlies. That's weird.
Yeah, War Chest. I'm with you, dude. It just depends on the budget, right? Like, I haven't really looked it up yet to see kind of what it is and maybe what would make this movie profitable. That could explain some of it.
Is it working?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
But what's that?
I was just saying, I don't know why. Just all of a sudden you like go completely silent and I can't hear you at all.
Huh.
And then I don't know if I'm glitching or.
Yeah, and it's tough sometimes. I mean, sometimes if you're not necessarily stationary or maybe on a Wi-Fi or something
I'm
like
on
that.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, sometimes those things can kind of glitch a little bit. So you never really know. But yeah, Stu for lunch nails it, man. Goat Man's the shit.
Yeah, I remember Goat Man. Let me get closer to my router.
No, you're good.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Let's see. I'm gonna answer Todd C real quick. I'm gonna just type in the chat, and then I'm gonna go grab a water real quick.
I need
a water.
Well, I need a water to sip on, but
yeah, I need a
I'll
water.
have a chaser before that.
There you go. Having a little bit of your sister's Christmas gift to me. Yeah.
Nice. Yes, there you go.
Gosh, big belly.
Get in my belly.
All right, I'll be right back, buddy.
All right. Evil Dookie saying Darren Fring Viper's gonna have a tour guide when he gets here. Interesting. I'll interested to see how that goes. So I can talk about that quickly. So Fring Viper is on his way to the second stop of the Fring Viper tour. He's left his first stop yesterday, I think, yesterday. And one of the two should be arriving pending this jacked up weather that we're going to get. I imagine probably Monday, I would think. Oh, it is happening. It's doing the thing. So, if any of you guys want to jump on when we get ready to talk about the cold weather stuff, holler at me on the
It's cold now.
something, and I'll see it here. Got a couple people. I got one other person I know was going to join us, and I know he fell asleep. I know he's going to tell me he fell asleep, so it's all good. It's all good, baby.
Normally I'd be asleep by now. I'd be in that chair just zonked out.
Let's see. Dookie said he'll jump on with us, so let me call up the emails here. I'm always Friday nights. I'm always up late AF. I stay up pretty late on Fridays. That's my creative night. So that's when I like to get up and do stuff. Stay up, film or whatever.
Sorry.
Oh, you good?
I was just saying it always depends on my shift because sometimes I gotta work from 6 in the morning until 6 or 7 at night, and then sometimes I go in at 9 and get off at 8 at night. But tomorrow I'm off, so
yeah. I'm off. I don't usually work Saturdays. Every now and then I'll have to work one, but we definitely ain't going to do one this week. What's going on, Steve? How you doing? Saying, hey, hosers just got here. What's it like where you're at, Steve? How's the weather up in your part of Canada? Let's see. Trying to find my email.
Thermostat outside says it's 32 here now.
Let's see. Let me look at the phone again. So it's warmer down there than we are right here right now. I'm still saying 23 at my place. So
it's coming down here. It's supposed to be like 15 tomorrow night.
Yeah. Steve says minus 32 Celsius. Not bad. So you're 10 degrees colder than Crow. Or no, that's what Crow said. Yeah, because it's net minus, what did I say, 5.2 or something Fahrenheit. So I think that's what Crow said it was. So trying to find my email so I can send this link out. And why? Oh, there it is. Just a second. And
oh gosh, cold chill.
Yeah, it's man, I went out. I took pretzel out before we started, and shit, man, it is cold. That wind out there is coming out of the north, and it is definitely cutting me in two when I went out.
Yeah, it was blowing real hard today, all day. It blew one of our trash cans out in the street at work, and we had to go out there and chase it.
It wasn't too bad today during the day. I mean, it was blowing and it was out of the north, but it's picked up tonight. Actually, when I went out and I looked, because I was like, I want to see if the clouds are rolling in yet. I could still see stars, and this was 2 hours ago. I could still see stars outside. It hadn't even gotten that cloudy here. Steve saying 48 with the wind. Even septic pipes were frozen. Holy shit. I got to see what that is here.
Yeah.
what that is here. So that is 48 Celsius to Fahrenheit.
-10 Viper Scout. Wow.
Man, let's go. Why is it not showing me? So minus, that can't be right. -50. No, that can't be right.
No, 48 Celsius is probably like 20 something Fahrenheit. 15 to 20.
No, yeah, it's probably, it's got to be probably -12, I would think. Viper -10, where Viper
No,
Scouts at. Yeah,
0 degrees Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. That's what I always go by.
no. Well, you learn something every day. I know some of you guys probably get on here and like, why is this motherfucker always talking about the weather? I like to know what it's like where people that I talk to.
Got a podcat here.
What's up, kitty?
What you doing? So I'm showing interest in something else, so she's getting jealous.
Yeah. It's Cringer. It's supposed to be Sunday is supposed to be like 0 here at night, and that's air temperature. So
now you're gonna fight me.
See, that's what I said. That's what I found. How is 48 Celsius 54 Fahrenheit? Minus
yeah, that's
54.
weird.
That's
because it adds instead of subtracts. I would add it to it. Yeah.
I was like, that's not. I was like, it's the same thing I did, and I'm like, that ain't right.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let me pull this up here, and we're gonna talk about some cold stuff because I want to hear what people's like favorite or least favorite cold weather stuff is. So let me get this called up, and I'll see you guys kind of the stuff I'm talking about. I just saved a bunch of pictures for just different cold shit. So what about Kelvin? I thought Kelvin was for like thousands. Isn't Kelvin by like the thousands? Yeah. Times 1.8 add 32. What the? I can't math, man. I especially can't math after whiskey.
It's too late for math.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you gotta give a nice close up there, Mimi.
Yeah. All right, so hold up here.
Set your course for the hot system.
Were we talking about Celsius and Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
I just figured if it was 0 Celsius, it was 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's literally all it is.
Okay, so
if it's you just add 32.
Okay, so we're trying to figure out because Steve says it is -48 there, but we both Googled it and it says it's -54.
So
that can't be right. It'd be
0 degrees Celsius is exactly equal to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just the freezing point of water. So that's all it is. So so whatever it is Celsius, you just add 32 degrees to it, and that's your Fahrenheit temperature.
All right, so that's -18 then here. All right, nice. So, and that's the extent of my math skills. So math is for nerds, not the toy kind.
And trust me, I am by no means a math person by any means, but I always remembered that it was like, seeing Celsius, it was like, okay, I think that just means tens. 0 means it's like 32. That's freezing. So that was the way I always understood it. But yeah, so that should be it. Yeah.
Yeah, my mother's from Montana, and we would be up there sometime, visiting her friends and family and stuff, and man, they would have cars up there that would have electric thermostats in them that you would plug them in so they wouldn't freeze at night.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, well that's what Crow was talking about earlier. Block heaters.
Yeah, block heaters. Yeah. Yep. I'm like, geez, man. They oh yeah, go plug up the car if you're going to park it overnight. And I'm like, crazy.
That's so interesting to me.
That's crazy to me. And like oil heaters and block heater. I'm like, that's crazy to me.
I did that. I had one when I had a Mercedes diesel, and it had one. I plugged it up, but I mean, diesels are kind of a given with block heaters. Yep, it's too cold if you need block heaters.
I heard that.
All right, so cold weather. So think about anything, and not just Joe. We're not just talking about Joe stuff. We're talking about all kind of stuff. Far as like cold weather, favorite, least favorite characters. So I'm just gonna run through some that I pulled, and you guys tell me yay or nay. What's up, Evil Dookie?
Evil Dookie.
What's up?
How you doing?
Doing
man?
good. Hope y'all are.
What
Appreciate
you working
having me
on?
Trying to stay warm.
Here's the little buddy I just made.
Oh, okay.
Oh, beautiful.
That's awesome. I like that.
Turk sent me a bunch of them, so I think I'm gonna make a diarrhea squad.
That's great.
I like that.
Let's see. We got Liquid
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
battery heaters too, 30 Celsius or less, and car batteries can freeze and not start. And Steve saying block heaters, battery heaters. Right now, I have a space heater hanging by a wire down into my septic tank to get the pipes unfrozen.
Wow.
Good
Yeah,
God.
good times.
Okay. Wow.
So you had to uncover the tank and pull the lid off of just to do that. So shit happens. Hey, I think this is a Dookie's custom, not Steve's situation here. But
Yeah, it's gonna be Shithead, my new mascot.
yeah, shit happens, and Paul saying Chet Head from Weird Science.
Oh, wow.
I forgot about the movie. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I just watched got a YouTube channel I watch that does a lot of deep dives on vintage movies and TV shows and stuff, and it's one of those like 15 or weird facts about whatever, but it's really like some interesting information in it. Pop, it's the one I showed you that day, and they just did one on Weird Science, and it was pretty good. So all right, so cold weather. Let's talk about some cold stuff and chill here. So I just grabbed the polar bear here from the Snake Eyes and Polar Bear set. So do you guys, who's got this guy? Because I don't.
I don't either.
I've got it.
Get this. And I want this bear, man. I'm kind of sort of want it. I'm really gonna want this bear when the snowcat gets here.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
They've got them at my Walmart. I think had like 15 of them the other day.
Damn.
I never seen anything in Walmart.
I saw somebody post in one of the Facebook groups. They found this on clearance in one of those Holy Grail Walmarts for $8 for this set. I've never seen this in person.
No.
Like the Walmart that I go to that has the display thing, they've never had this there. But they've also got so many stingers. I don't think they've ever sold a stinger. They've got stingers on the risers.
Hey, if your Walmart still has a stinger, do you mind grabbing one for me?
I can get you one, but you would probably be better just stalking online sales because Amazon and BBTS have both had it cheaper than Walmart's had it.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know
It's $75 at Walmart. BBTS and Amazon have both had it at $50 at various points.
Yeah, I just sent Turk one for $50 the other day, and the day after I bought it, my wife's like, "You should have bought two." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "That damn thing jumped back up to $100."
Mm. Yeah, that's all I've ever seen it for is $100.
Yeah, Walmart has had it set at 75 since they started carrying it.
I've never seen it in person. I've only seen it on like eBay and stuff like that. 'Cause my Walmart here is, well, the town's small, so it's like it's mostly hunting and farming stuff, and they got
Yeah.
literally one aisle for, this aisle is, or this side of the aisle is Hot Wheels, Nerf guns, that TMNT stuff, and then let's see, and I think that's in wrestling, and then this side is all the Barbies and the Barbies and the dolls and stuff, and that's it. The rest of the store is all farm and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those smaller town Walmarts, man, they're like that. So there it is. It's on 75 bones in Walmart online, but you can, if you're patient, you can find it cheaper because there's so many of these stingers out there.
Mm.
But all right, so let's go back. So we got our bear. We got polar bear. Rawr. So get our bear on there. So the next one that I got for our winter cavalcade. What about this dude? How badass was this some bitch?
Night King.
Yeah.
Looks good, but it's not for me.
Did you didn't watch Game of Thrones?
No, I didn't care none. Well, for one, I don't have cable, and two, I don't really care anything about it.
All right.
It looks good though.
Yeah, it does look good.
Such a good looking character. I would love to have a like classified-esque version of some of these characters.
Yeah, I think it almost seems like the Game of Thrones figures, Lord of the Rings figures, like kind of fell under the same thing of like they just couldn't quite get good ones out there. I mean, maybe I'm wrong if somebody has one, but I remember seeing them, back in like 2015 and 14, whatever, and it was the first time I really noticed them out, and it reminds me, I don't know, sometimes some of the McFarlane stuff that like looks cool, but they're probably not that great quality, or something. I don't know, or look like they probably wouldn't stand very well. They're not durable. But yeah, it just seems like two properties that haven't quite been able to nail down like really great figures.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jetman?
Hey, Jetman, how you?
My camera's not working. Sorry.
No.
That'll work. That'll work. We can just listen to your melodious voice.
Okay.
But I would like to see some, like you said, Pop, there's been some attempts at lines like this, and they just all kind of seem to fall flat. Now, I'm sure out there somewhere, there's probably some premium stuff somewhere, some input stuff or something. But I mean, just like your $25 figure or whatever, something like that. I'd like to see like a Mythic Legions take on this dude.
That'd be cool. I mean,
Steve,
that license probably freaking hella expensive, but that would be pretty cool. Somebody, make some quality stuff, get a hold of it and do some. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
That or Monster Force that fit in with.
Yeah, they fit right in with Monster Force. So
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
You got Kenzo's Creations join us. What's up, Kenny? We just got finished skipping through the Motu trailer. You're like 20 minutes late. We talked about it for like half an hour.
Go Broncos, Kenzo.
So, Stu saying one of my favorite toy lines related to snow or cold related things was the Lego Arctic Explorer set.
Yeah, those were pretty cool.
Good. Part of me really wishes that I had the time and the patience for Legos, but I also would need the money for Legos.
Yeah, you know what? In a way, I almost kind of wish that Legos, and it's not lucrative for them now, but I kind of wish they went backwards a bit, and instead of doing all the properties that are so freaking expensive, whether it's Friends or Star Wars or whatever, and I know they have them. I know they have the basic sets, but like those were the ones that I definitely remember as a kid because that's all they had, right? Is Vikings or Barbarians,
generic kind of stuff,
right? And so
I
I can see
Castle.
those Arctic ones being really awesome, and I'm sure they still do. I'd like to see more of that and less of the IP stuff. Maybe just to get the price down a little bit.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Last Starfighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they could probably get the rights to that, not crazy, pretty inexpensively.
I mean, they did the pirate ship from Goonies, so I would say there may be hope for something like the Last Starfighter.
That'd be really cool.
And Stu's saying the Lego
those.
cities are his jam. Yep.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did-
my son likes the Lego City.
Those are neat. I mean, they're the more like, realistic stuff you're going to see every day, kind of,
The shit we grew
municipal
up with.
buildings. And that it's closer to what we built when we did that.
They did the Death Star Lego.
Well, I've done the Death Star like 3 times.
My
at least
son-in-law
2.
likes Star Wars. That shit is expensive.
Yeah,
for
It's
him.
a grand.
Nice.
yeah.
It's nuts.
The Death Star is the new one that just come out is a grand. It's
Yeah, he's got it.
$1,000. He's got it. Did he build it? Have you seen it?
Not yet. I mean, even like we went up to IshCon in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, come to this convention with me. And he went up there with me. He's like, all right, I'll go, but we got to stop by this Lego store. I mean, the minifigs sell for like $400.
Yeah, some of them minifigs. I know a couple guys that collect the minifigs, and like they're paying like vintage Joe prices for minifigs.
Yeah.
They're high.
Yeah, my son gets a few of that. He don't have many of them, but he gets some of the race cars and some of the buildings and stuff. And recently he swallowed a Lego by accident.
Oh shit!
yeah,
That ain't good.
He put 2 pieces together and that weren't supposed to go together.
Oh yeah.
He was trying to break it apart, but so he used his teeth to try to break it apart. When it broke apart, it shot in the back of his throat, and he swallowed it. And he goes, "I just swallowed a Lego." And I said, "What did you do that for?"
I keep one of the damn tools in my toolbox.
Did you fish it out later?
Yeah, I hope everything come out okay.
It's gone.
yeah, that one's gone. So all right, and Clint saying it's not a grand if you have Lego points, right? So if you buy enough Legos, especially online, especially, yeah, that's what that stuff's for. Save it up for them big expensive sets. Yup. All right, so we got Night King. So then we're gonna look at there's the wolf.
I want to get one of those, but I want the modern one.
Oh, the 35th anniversary or whatever. Yeah.
50th,
This was such a fun vehicle. I love the Wolf and Ice Viper.
That's one of my favorite Vipers. The Ice Viper.
Yeah, Ice Viper and his size.
I mean, it is a sleek, fun design. I like the missile rack popping up right there. Just the vents also like make sense.
I like the dual cockpits just all over on one side like the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do y'all remember those? They were made by a company called Gay Toys, but they had like these little space things that would work with G.I. Joe, and they had like this gray spaceship looking thing. It kind of reminds me of that.
I mean, I remember Gay Toys, but I don't remember the vehicle. But yeah, they had some cool stuff in that company.
I had a bunch of. I didn't have a Sky Striker, and I remember a friend of mine had one, but of course, by the time I got into Joe, it was 1990, so there really wasn't. You couldn't really find them,
Yeah.
Unless you went to a yard sale, and a lot of the yard sales you went to, they were just completely destroyed.
just roached all out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Um,
I got into Joe around 90, 89, 90 when I was 5 and 6.
yeah.
And
This was always a nice compliment to the snowcat. I thought when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
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 was
These things fought the snowcat and the wolf. Yep. Viper Scout saying he keeps finding ice vipers cheap. The accessories, on the other hand, the size, yeah, I bet.
Sure.
Didn't Gridiron make
So
something like that?
on the size?
No, something like the Snow Wolf. I thought Gridiron made something like that, similar to it.
Sure.
Well, they made the Arctic Hound, and they made didn't they make a skier, some kind of Arctic skier? It wasn't like a big tank.
Yeah, I'm looking it
thing,
up.
though. Yeah.
I found a file on Etsy for a classified wolf. I didn't get it, but
that would be big. It would be as big as the snowcat.
yeah.
I mean, before they overjuiced the snowcat to more than what it needed to be, and it would have been the same size. So I just always liked the design of this vehicle. Like Pop said, it's so sleek. It's just a sexy vehicle, and for some reason, Crocmaster rode shotgun in it
Yeah.
on the box art.
Interesting.
And then we got this bad boy here. So I've got, these are just pretty much
hell yeah.
at random. But while I was like, oh, I did the wolf, I got to throw the battle bear in there. Plus, I needed this image for the thumbnail. So
Oh, of course.
I was
But
pretty proud of that.
No winter
thumbnail.
shirt on or anything.
I know. I know. Like, they're going to get there and he's going to be blue.
Snot sickles.
Yeah,
This
the
has gotta
Arctic
be-
Hound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Arctic Hound.
You guys think we're going to see this thing soon in classified? I think it's.
I would imagine.
But I would hope so.
With probably an Arctic steel, whatever they are, steel core.
Yeah, fuck them things, but you're probably right.
I don't know why they didn't bring it out with Iceberg, but that's just me.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as I feel like they should have just put wetsuit out with the devilfish.
Yeah,
Put
I
this
agree.
don't give me an army builder with this thing because everybody wants it anyway.
Yep.
So you can put a main character with this if it's no more than $75.
The only armory builder I don't mind getting is the green shirts.
I don't have any yet.
Yeah, I would rather see them do a different take on the green shirts than give me another just steel core dude. Give me an Arctic green shirt.
Or a
'Cause
female Arctic green shirt or something.
I'd be all right with that because in the cartoon they had even the green shirts had Arctic gear on in some of those episodes. So, so the battle bear. Let's see. So what else we got? What about this?
The hell is that, a Yeti?
It's a Wampa.
See you in hell.
That's the special edition Wampa.
I mean, that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Star Wars. Yeah. That thing used to
Hands
creep me
down.
out when I was a kid.
It is a creepy son of a bitch, isn't it?
I guess my thing about it is like, at that age, I was maybe not, 5 when that movie came out.
Yep.
So,
Me too.
so for me, it's like the Wampa, you didn't really get to see enough of it, right? You saw the big paw and arm, you hear the roar and everything, but there's not much in it in the theatrical cut.
Yeah.
Quick glimpse of
Right.
the head.
So for me, it's just one of those mystery things, right? That you just didn't even really know what the hell it really was till they expanded on it. And then figure form, obviously, right? But what a great. Something that I guess exceeded its screen time or exceeded its like actual real what we were given,
Yeah.
but carried on like to this bigger thing, right? That is better than what we actually got.
This was one of the things that they did right in the special edition movies.
Yeah.
Was when they went in and added a bunch of shit. This was one of the things that actually was worthy of doing.
Right.
There's deleted scenes on Disney Plus on Empire Strikes Back, and they show like a couple of deleted scenes where, like, in the cave where the Jedi's are, where the rebels are, you know, there's like doors saying "Don't open," wampas and breaking through.
Yeah, yep, you're right. Yep, they do have those, and it actually was supposed to have been a bigger part of the beginning of that movie, but they couldn't quite get the costume or animatronics or practical effects to really look that great, so they kind of just cut all of that out. But you're right,
They went the Jaws route. They went the Jaws route. Less is more with it because they couldn't get it to work right. But
Okay. If you read the Empire Strike Back movie book, they actually had them in there more. They were actually attacking Echo Base the same time the Empire was attacking, and so they were like eating a lot of the stormtroopers, and you know they were kind of fighting everybody.
And in Shadows of the Empire, they had the sand wampas. Like they weren't just snow monsters like we just all thought they were native to Hoth, because they were actually engineered. So we got our wampa, cool character. What's that, Pop Blender?
Oh, you know what that is. That's the wall, baby.
The crow is stationed.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
This is where Steve is at right now. This is
that is the wall. That's the Night's Watch. That's where you get sent when you're a bastard or a son of a bitch.
No clue what that is.
It's more Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I gotta admit though, those early seasons, man, they really built this up. Like this was the last line of defense between the dead and the living.
Yeah.
And in later seasons,
it was just
it just was like, oh, all right, like that. Well, that didn't work. You know what I mean? It's just weird, but yeah, some great scenes, great dialogue scenes there.
It worked for centuries, but all of a sudden it just it's a non-starter now. So, but I'll tell you, I was looking for Game of Thrones stuff, and I was gonna put Winterfell in there, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do the Wall, because I don't think there's ever been a movie. Actually, there's been one movie, but a show for sure that has ever actually made me feel cold portraying a winter scene like the scenes of The Wall and Beyond the Wall and Winterfell, where you can like light a fire and you're like, oh my God, that fire looks so good because it is so bleak and gray and frozen.
The Day After Tomorrow.
That was a good one. That was a good one too.
Right.
And you may see it again in here. So, but Winterfell and The Wall, dude, like I would watch this show, and anything at Winterfell, I'd just be like, God, I'd have to get out of there. It's just so cold.
Another movie like that. Wasn't there a movie called 2012 or something?
Yeah,
with
John Cusack or something.
John Cusack. Yep. Where he drove a limousine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was the dumbest shit. I went to the theater to see that movie, and when he's driving a limousine through a building that's like falling, I was like, what are we doing? Like, I'm all for some fun action, but like that went way.
They flew an airplane under a train.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. out of those two movies, I gotta say, Day After Tomorrow was
Yeah.
much better. So
I saw that one. That was good.
yeah.
Did
So
you
that's-
guys get wrapped up into the Mayan calendar thing when that was all going down? Like, did y'all
Yes.
think that something was gonna go down with 2012 and all that?
I
No.
did.
Yeah.
I did. I believe in fate and mysticism and stuff. So I thought maybe something might happen. I thought there was a possibility there was something crazy, maybe not apocalyptic world ending, but I thought there might just be some giant earthquake or something. Somebody got hit with a tsunami. I thought there might be something.
Is
I
it
did.
the end of the Mayan calendar, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
where it like ends?
Yeah.
So,
That's
Well,
what it was.
that one ended. There's actually more than one Mayan calendar that
Oh,
picks
really?
up after that one.
Yeah, there was
I
another
like-
one.
I'm a fan of disaster flicks, so
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
saw. I
Now,
never saw.
Y2K, I thought was going to be some shit.
Okay, I was gonna ask that afterwards. It's like, so
Yeah.
what about Y2K? Because I think we all had been
Yeah.
convinced by the media that, like, who knows what's gonna happen when,
Yeah.
the computer turns over to zeros, right, or whatever. Planes are gonna fall out of the sky. It's like,
I like seeing the Best Buy flyers, the scans of the Best Buy flyers, because it's got all of the computers, like all of the compact Presario computers that have the Y2K
Oh,
ready
wow.
sticker on them.
oh
Yeah,
wow,
Y2K ready. I remember that.
Mhm.
That's a hell of a New Year's Eve
But I
party.
remember
went to.
thinking, sorry.
No,
I
you're
remember
good.
thinking too that I was like, if they're Y2K ready, then I'm like, well, I mean, but how? I was thinking maybe the power grids would shut off, and I'm like, well, how you gonna like? A lot of good your computer does if it's Y2K ready if the power grid doesn't
If
work.
there's no power, yeah, that's a good point. There's somewhere there's a not Y2K ready computer running the power grid.
Right. So I never, I didn't. I thought honestly a lot of that was just a sham to get people to buy more stuff and panic and
Yeah.
and buy, because I remember all these programs was like, make sure your computer's Y2K safe, buy this program and stuff like that. And I remember just
Oh
people
yeah,
spending all kinds of crazy amounts.
there were definitely some people that capitalized on it for sure.
Oh,
So.
Yeah,
So,
wrestling with Jericho.
Oh yeah, he made his whole moniker on that.
yeah, yeah, he did.
That was a
Forgot
TV
about
show
that.
too. It didn't last long.
Yeah. Stu's saying, does anybody love watching shows like Outdoor Boys or similar camping, bushcrafting in Alaska, or NWT of Canada shows? I do. I don't. I used to watch a lot of that stuff on like History Channel, but not anymore. Like I used to.
I like
Before
it.
it
There
got
were rumors that they were fake and stuff.
that was like when Bear Grylls kind of got exposed with some of those type shows. I kind of after that I lost credibility or believability for a lot of them.
I do miss Ice Cold Truckers though.
Yeah,
Ice
that
Road
was a good
Truckers.
one.
Oh shit!
That show was funky. God, I love that show. I
Ice
knew
Road Truckers.
I did not miss that show for the first like 3 seasons. So here we go. We're on
I love a
Hoth
snow
again.
speeder.
Hell
Got
yeah!
Got our snow speeders flying around. Dak, I'm not set.
I'm not gonna
I'm
go
not-
get my busted up one, but
I know.
it's across the room.
I know it's like 10 feet away.
Yeah,
I
I'm
never
not
had a
gonna go
snow
get-
speeder, but I always liked it better than the X-wings. I don't know why.
Me too.
I did too.
No.
The snow speeders to me always look just so much better.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people, I used to like them. Sometimes when we were playing ships, they'd be like, I'm going to go get my X-Wing. I'm going to get my snow speeder. And they're like, a snow speeder? I just like the way it looks.
And
I
and
agree.
again, not something that just had to be used on Hoth in the cold weather, because we just saw them in one of the later shitty movies where they were flying around somewhere that wasn't hot. That was, and it's actually, if somebody listening may know, it's got a name. It's not snow speeders like the nickname for it, but it's just the air something something air speeder, and they
I
were
think they just called it
retrofitted.
airspeeder.
Yeah, it's got a model designation like
Yeah.
Y34 air speeder, but they modified them to work with the cold air on Hoth. But hey, you can't talk about cold environment stuff and shit without thinking of snow speeders and AT-ATs.
If I would consider if Black Series made a snow speeder, I would consider getting one for classified and painting it green.
Yeah.
The T-47.
T-47. Yeah.
That's what it's it. Air's T-47 air speeder. Didn't they make a snow speeder? They made the TIE fighter. I was thinking they did the snow.
Yeah, they made a snow speeder
too.
in Black Series.
In one of those early, when the line was going to take off and they were putting this stuff at retail. I think they did the snow speeder.
Do you remember the scene in Obi-Wan Kenobi where he's sneaking the Leia out underneath his coat and they're
His
walking
cloak?
out, and then they show up in snow speeders. They show up to shoot back Reva and the Empire as Obi-Wan has got her under his parka or whatever the hell, looking all goofy. And then there's one guy who like gets shot down, and you met him in like the prior episode for like 35 seconds. And when he gets shot down, they're all like, Jake, no! And it's like this dramatic scene of a guy that you don't even know who the fuck he is. It's like so stupid. But they did show up in snow speeders, and the weird part was they made it sit and like hover like this, firing at Reva as she's like getting the blaster bolts with her lightsaber. And that was a big controversy. It was like, can they just hover like that? Can they just sit there like this and just not moving at all or whatever?
Well, they hovered a little bit in Empire when they were they drive up, hover, then take off.
Yeah, when they launched.
It was very strange. But one of my favorite vehicles for sure out of Star Wars. I agree. I don't think there's no way you could not like these guys.
Love the snow speeders. So then we got this bad boy. Had to throw it in there. So
I'm so ready for it.
Yeah, me too. I could use it outside right now if it wasn't so cold.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's a good picture.
Yeah. That is a good picture.
Be a lot of people wishing they had this tomorrow. I know.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my 25th anniversary one out, or my 50th. The Wolfhound. I got it out last year.
Where I'm living, it's like 15 degrees negative, so a little cold.
It's a lot of cold, but hey, I risk it just for some good pictures. And I took a video on my channel. I have like right to my Joe room. I have a ramp. The lady I bought the house from, she was in a wheelchair, so she had ramps everywhere, and it was iced over. And I was pushing the Arctic Blast down, and I was trying to get Snow Job to skeet out. I never could get him to do right, and
yeah,
it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun that night. I was up until I got home from work about 9:30, 10 o'clock, or 9:30 roughly, and I was out there till like 11.
Yeah, out there freezing, trying to get a good picture. That's what I was hoping to do tomorrow, but I don't think we're gonna have enough snow to do it. Maybe ice. So.
I'm just looking forward to frostbite. I love frostbite.
Yeah, I do too, man. He was always one of my favorites, one of my favorite pilot drivers. So I think we're all pretty much looking forward to that thing. So how about that guy right there?
The rabbit was fun.
Classic.
Frosty.
Did they make that figure this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jada made it. And it come with the rabbit.
No kidding.
I was actually hoping Matthew could have joined us tonight because he's got it, and I just know he'd be grabbing it and holding it up. That rabbit that looks like it's stoned out of its fucking mind.
Man, it's so weird. But I mean, it's so classic because I mean,
hey, you guys got any Takis?
Funny story. I went to Catholic school as a kid, right, up until 5th grade, and I was Frosty the Snowman in like fucking 3rd grade. and I had them cheap ass tan Walmart boots on, but I had to wear white fucking sweatpants. And the Frosty outfit they had us in, it was legit like a snowman thing, like 3 balls. But it was made out of like fucking wire mesh and paper mache. That shit hurt so bad taking it on and off.
Are there pictures of this anywhere?
I'll have to ask my mom. There was a videotape, but I tossed it. I think I tossed it, but it was a VHS. If I can pull that shit up, man, I will send it to you. But I swear to God, I was in this like white leotards or stockings, wherever they were. I think a white sweatshirt, and I had that snowman thing over me, and then I had them fucking tan, like cheap ass Wolverine Walmart boots.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Is that what he said?
Yeah. Happy birthday. So I had to
hated
throw
that suit.
I bet. I don't think I'd have hated it too.
Anybody remember that? They did. I think it was the same voice, but it was called Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July or something. It was like clay motion.
Yeah,
but I think it was the same voice that in the cartoon.
Yeah, it was the same voice actor. Yeah, Pop's got those. You got the set, don't you? Of all of these.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was a must-have. It's almost like the Great Pumpkin. Some of those specials. Yeah, that's without a doubt, man. Because every year, especially as a kid, when you only had 4 channels, really 3 channels, right, to choose from, and as far as major networks, and every year before Christmas, man, like there was the night that they would show, Rudolph and Frosty back to back. On T. I mean, I've always loved that, and it's like when I remember seeing those on DVD, and it has pretty much every one of them. I think there's one or two missing. I had to go out and grab those.
My favorite one is
a 2-disc set, isn't it?
It's more. I think it's more than that.
My favorite one is Remember the Year Without a Santa Claus.
Love Year Without Santa Claus. Any of that, and I made the mistake of calling it claymation or whatever, but it's not. It's stop motion. Matthew jumped down my throat. I'm like, okay, what the fuck ever. It is what it is.
You know what I mean?
No idea, of course. We all know. But, it's just always a special time of the year for me. I like Christmas, and so whenever these would come on CBS, I think it was the network, it just signaled kind of like, here we are, we've got like 2 weeks before Christmas, right?
Yep.
Right, and so I love it, man. I love those shows.
It's that time. Well, let's talk about a not so nice cold weather person.
Mr. Freeze.
Tragic story.
Poor
tragedy.
Poor Victor Freeze.
Yeah.
Was this not the best interpretation of this character ever? I mean,
I love it.
The
one in the Schwarzenegger's.
The one in the Arkham games. I loved him in the Arkham game when you had to fight this guy. But this Batman animated series version of Dr. Freeze was so badass. The voice, that modulated voice.
Yep.
Can you imagine if that would have came out in a Dark Knight?
Yeah. Dude.
Hey, Pop, maybe you can back me up in this because Matthew's not here, but I heard that originally that was supposed to be Patrick Stewart in Batman and Robin as Mr. Freeze.
I remember reading that somewhere. I did. I remember reading that somewhere. But they, from what I remember, they wanted a bigger name attached to it. And that's why they wanted Arnold, but also that Arnold wanted a ton of money. Yeah. So they had to negotiate the shit out of that because he wanted way more money.
So part of me wants to think how much better Patrick Stewart would have been, but the other part argues that with the tone of that movie,
the tone and the one-liners.
Patrick Stewart would have been out of place. He'd have been wasted in that movie if they kept it.
Yeah,
I have to say, I don't know if you guys ever watched Gotham, but that Mr. Freeze wasn't too bad.
I loved Gotham, dude.
I
loved that show. I really enjoyed Gotham, actually, and I agree. I like that Freeze as well.
I never watched. That's one of the shows that's on my list to go back and watch some
pretty good.
days. Gotham. So there he is,
Oh, there he is.
just for you, Jet Man.
I forgot Mr. Freeze was in the '60s show too.
Yeah. Yep. I forgot who played him, but yeah, he was in it. He wasn't a big character, but yep. So while I was researching the cold DC characters, I can't leave this
Hey,
guy
cat
out.
butthole.
So this figure, if you find him at Walmart, you know how they're doing the Super Friends figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a little expensive for what they come with. For some reason, they come with like one gun accessory, and then for some reason a little like it looks like almost a walkie-talkie. Every one of them
Yeah.
come with this little gray
Yeah.
walkie-talkie. It's stupid, but I love the way that figure looks. Now, I remember a few months ago telling you, I went to Walmart and I saw one of the McFarlane like exclusives or McFarlane, whatever the name of it was.
Yeah.
And it was him, and it was freaking awesome. It was
It's
a
a-
cool looking figure.
It is a really good looking figure. I've also almost bought it a couple times, and if I ever see it on clearance, I probably will, because I like Captain Cold, and that is a damn good looking figure.
That's enough cat. Quit.
I used to have the Captain Cole back before McFarlane got DCU Classics, and that was a really good figure. It looked just like.
Yeah, I love, and this is obviously a more modern one, but I love it. He's got the fistful of cash.
Yeah, yeah.
He's determined to knock your phone off that table, Joe.
I didn't like.
That's right.
I didn't like how they interpreted him in the Arrowverse.
I gotta go feed him. I'll be right back.
I didn't like the way they interpreted him in the Arrowverse.
Arrowverse, yeah. It's I don't know, man. I really still love at least the look. Even like this is still pretty much still got that classic kind
Legion
of
of Doom.
aesthetic.
Legion of Doom. I love the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's such a good looking character design, and there's another good looking character design.
Hey, yep. Gotta love it.
For real, Snow Serpent.
I gotta get a couple retro ones.
I gotta get a retro one.
I think you have one. It's just in a box.
Oh, that's right. He's at your house.
It's at my house. There's 2 retro figures. It's in the Amazon box.
I haven't seen you since Christmas.
I know. It's sitting right over here.
Or the day we filmed our top 10s, but it wasn't there. It was coming the next day.
It wasn't there. Nope, it wasn't there. I was like, son of a
I forgot all about that.
Yes. I know. Yeah, no, it is. It's sitting right over here. It's by the door too.
Better get them now. They're gonna get scooped up over the next year.
Yeah, I'd like to be one of them people that walks in Ross and finds a bunch of them for $9, but
right.
They're pretty reasonable on Amazon.
I can't find nothing in Ross.
No, Ross is a big
have no
freaking strikeout to me. And I honestly hate going in there now anyway, at least the one I'm near, because it's the line is basically to the back wall. And it's like a 4 walls and
That's right,
nothing but sadness inside.
The closest Ross to me is 30 minutes away. So
yeah,
Ross to me is like an hour away from me.
Wow.
I've got several close to me. I just don't make it a point to go. I'm just not gonna make it a point to get up and be like, oh, I got to get over to Ross and see if they put anything out today. If I'm near one, I'll go in there, but I'm not. I literally have 2 in either direction, 20 minutes from me. And I'm just like, if I'm over there, I'll go in there. I got one by Best Buy in Cool Springs and one by Target in Smyrna, and then the one that's closer to you, Pop Blender, and even that one's only like 20, 25.
Just heaven forbid that I actually go in one day and I do see like Snake Eyes and the polar bear. Or I see something that like I really want to get, especially at like reduced price, and then have to stand in that
Ronnie.
freaking line for 45
Ronnie.
minutes.
Yeah, the lines are brutal.
I'm not kidding.
I
It
love
is
that, you guys.
every
You just-
time I go in there, that line is like it would take a lot for me to stand.
I love that snake
Yeah.
eyes with the polar bear.
I'm with you.
Yep.
You just missed the
Yep.
cats, Ronnie.
Yep. Just missed the pussy on the screen. It's showing it, so.
Yeah, sorry about
So-
that. She gets that one. I can't ignore her. She demands, and she'll, like you see, she'll knock anything over that's taking up my attention. She'll just come in and knock it over and take it away, and
Yep.
very
what they do.
demanding.
What's up, Ronnie Trickshot? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Good, thank you for stopping in. Yep, we're on late. We decided to do an after dark, stay up late and talk about some cold weather stuff because most everybody here is under a massive ass snow or ice alert. So so what about this one, Pop? This is one of your favorites.
It's one of my favorites too. Fortress
Yeah.
of Solitude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fortress of Solitude? Hell yeah.
I love it when
OG.
when he knows that Lex Luthor's going to betray him, so he tries to like be quiet, like, hey, if you get them in there, and then he pulls that Uno reverse and gets General Zod to lose his power.
That was great.
Yep.
Figured we couldn't talk about cold weather stuff and not throw old soups in there.
But the thing of it is, though, is that you also have to imagine that place, once you're inside, it's probably nice and warm. That's probably every time I've ever watched one of the Superman, especially original, I don't think I've ever felt like it was cold in there. I almost feel like once you went inside, it was like regular 70 degrees and like perfect.
They brought
That's how
Lois
it
in
made me
there a
feel.
few times, and she's regular human, so obviously it had to be warm for her.
Yeah.
Never saw her breath in there.
Yep.
Right? Like
Big
that's
hot
how
spring
I
off
imagine it.
Yeah. Oh, we got old soup, so might as well throw this guy in there. It's Superman's next door neighbor.
My favorite.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
He brought me Snowdrop for Christmas.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
He brought you a fang too that you
Yes.
forgot.
Yeah,
Or not a vamp, not
Vamp.
a fang. Sorry.
I got that from Mom and Dad. Yeah, I know. I was
that snow job is awesome.
talking about that for months and months and months, and then I forgot about it.
That cracked me up. We watched that video, and I literally, Purple Elf was here, and I literally said, I cannot believe he left out the one thing that he has been talking about for months getting for Christmas, and then you come back, you're like, oh, I forgot, guys. So that's
that day
Yeah.
I was with my son, and when you're chasing after a 12-year-old all day, your mind is gone.
Yeah. What is going on? Lawrence Punk with Toys is making an appearance from his deathbed. So hope you're feeling better.
Feeling better.
I know for Lawrence to pretty much take a week off of YouTube, he's got to be
sick.
So
Right.
Real bad.
hope you're feeling better. Hope Roman is feeling better. I hadn't texted you for a few days to ask
I was
you.
gonna say Roman was sick too.
So I hope both of you guys are doing better. So if you are not too coffee and you want to jump on and talk about some cold weather stuff at random, let me know. Hop on. Actually, I think I sent it to you. So, but either way, Punk, hope you're feeling better. Looking forward to seeing you back on Monday. Let's see.
I can.
Yeah, I can.
I can.
I can. Yeah, they accused me of stealing your look, saying that I'd stolen your facial look here. I'm on the mend and hoping he is too. Good to hear.
Good.
So we got Santa Claus here. You're talking about cold weather stuff, so I had to throw Santa in there. There it is. I told you we'd be seeing the frozen hellscape
Yeah.
of the day after tomorrow.
I mean, if that truly was the levels, right? Like we'd be fucked.
We'd die. We there's no escaping the flash freezing. That is what about this movie. Like, I like disaster movies too, and I always say I love the Arctic stuff, even though I'm critical about when G.I. Joe does it. I was really excited for this movie about everything freezing over, but the quickness in which that flash freeze happens, like they're actually trying to outrun it,
Yeah.
It's a little much. It's a little much.
What got me was the damn library.
Yeah.
Remember the library? Like having to burn a book and be like, oh shit, I've only got 10 more books left. Oh shit, I've only got 5 more books left.
yeah. I forget about that. It's all right. Stu says, I like when bikini models do shots in the snow, and the Swedish bikini models. Yeah. I agree, Stu, 100%. Something about bikinis and snow. I've actually tried to make that happen, and I've never been able to talk anybody into it. Guilty pleasure for sure. And Punk says he can't grow a full beard. But I love this man. I love Dennis Quaid. This was a good movie. It was Jake Gyllenhaal.
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it was all right.
Yeah.
It's not the best disaster movie, but like Punk says, it's a guilty pleasure. It's a pretty good. It's got some pretty decent special effects in it too. So liked it. So I've never seen this movie.
Fargo?
I've
never seen it.
I saw it when I was a kid. It really was. I was like,
I'm not a big fan of the actress in it there. That actress.
I've never seen it. I've always heard how good it is and the humor in it. And I've just never sat down and watched Fargo. So obviously I've never watched the series either.
Yeah, it's quirky. It's not one of my favorite movies, honestly. I mean, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But you kind of got to be in the right mood, I think, to watch it.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of, you can't not pay attention though. You know what I mean? You have to watch the movie. You can't be on your second screen, so to speak.
Yeah. Not one you can look at the phone and
Not
get,
really.
so.
No.
But I just thought I'd throw that in there because talking about cold weather stuff, it might be one that come to mind for some people. So there's our Fargo. And then we got our boy Snow Job. Probably be making an appearance in some places tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
might see
I'm hoping to get some pictures of this one.
Yeah.
I always liked this O-ring Snow Job too. I mean, I have the classified, but this was good. This was a good figure too.
Such a good figure. This was one of my first Joes. Wasn't my first, but 83 was when I got my first Joes, and he was amongst the first.
Something about the skis, man.
Yeah.
It's just something about the skis. It's just fun for a figure at that time.
And back in the day, like they really did give him the deluxe treatment in classified, but this was a deluxe figure back in the day with all of the stuff that he come with and being able to fit all that on the backpack.
I love the picture. I don't know why. I just love that picture.
Yeah. Just him jumping off of something, getting ready to pop some laser caps onto some Cobras that didn't have Arctic coats.
Oh, what's that ski and shoot game? Biathlon?
Yep. I mean, that uni was always like just so clean.
How you going, Bunny?
I always loved that. I always loved this rifle, the laser gun. I don't know why.
Yeah, I love the XMLR, man. I love it.
I love it in the classified line.
Yeah,
I do too. I do too.
I'm
I
surprised
definitely.
they didn't give this one that one because they gave him an actual sniper rifle.
Well, they weren't doing it yet.
No.
We hadn't seen it yet when Snow
Right.
Job come out. I think the first figure that got it was Grunt.
Okay.
I think. But I mean,
Right.
I think if it had been in the line, they would have given it to him, but they hadn't told it yet.
The thing about
They
that,
made it just
that
for
classified
him.
snow job, I love how everything goes on his backpack in some way.
Yes, that is really awesome. How I mean, he holds everything. The only thing that loose is the head, the extra head, and then that little scarf that the hood that turns into a scarf.
His decapitated twin brother.
It's just so funny because it just looks like a head in a little sack. He's just carrying that son of a bitch around.
He killed his brother.
It's just, man.
But you can even put his gun in there.
God. Yeah, no, great figure, classified, 100%. And
very hard to get him to stand with all that shit in there, but you can do it.
I don't have any issues. He stands up just fine for me.
I've had trouble getting him balanced. He will. I mean, just like it takes a little work for me to get him to stand with it all on. He kept toppling over backwards.
I bought some white felt squares at Walmart. I made a makeshift snow display with Snow Job and Night Force.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. What's up, Gun
Yeah,
Bunny?
I got mine skiing. He's like half cocked and the skis downhill, so he stands pretty good. But when
that's how I would think that it would be, right? Yeah, that's the best way to have it.
The camera's not working, Ronnie. I don't know why.
I had him forever. I made a little winter Dio base thing that I had over here on the shelf before I run out of room to have it out here, and I had him on it, like trying to ski towards some Arctic bats and a snow serpent, and I had it all laid out, and he looks good on any kind of winter background Dio thing.
The dope box.
Yeah, put the extra head in a hella dope box, and then you know what the ask.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
I made those clips just for Pop Blender when he refused to open his rattler that he got before almost everybody.
That's right.
I think I was one of the last people to get a dang rattler.
I think you were too. You and Turk.
Yeah, I mean,
I had mine went off on eBay.
Yeah, I think Turk got his after I got mine. I was like, geez,
Yeah, Turk was like the last person in America to get his.
That was a weird rollout, for sure.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, his tank didn't take that long to get to me. It was just like soon as they announced it was releasing, like 2 weeks later, it was on my doorstep.
Yeah, I got mine, so I bought my hiss from a buddy of mine because I didn't back it. It was before I got into classified, even though Pop Blender tried to get me to get it. I didn't. So, but I got mine, like my buddy got his and I bought it and he sent it to me and I had the one from him before everybody had theirs from Hasbro. But it was like, he sent it like the next day too. So, Aaron saying Shark got his rattler last week.
I didn't do the Dragonfly. I'm thinking about getting it. They're going for a lot though.
It is the best of the HasLabs so far.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I plan on getting it. I just don't know where the heck I want to put it. I'm out of room.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. So we got old Kurt Russell here from The Thing, one of my favorite horror movies, and I figured Crow would be gone before we got to this because this is one of his too. The old McCready here hunting down that shape-shifting son of a bitch in the Arctic Circle.
An actor from The Thing just passed away like last week.
Oh man, I didn't know.
Black guy. but TK
Oh yeah, the guy that played Windows.
Yeah.
Was it McNulty? Shit, I don't remember. I know who you're talking about. Either way, yeah, I did see that he passed away. So thought I'd throw this in here because they're at McMurdo Station. So about that one, there's another cold weather Kurt Russell.
That's
The
Django
movie with
Unchained.
Leonardo DiCaprio. What the hell was that one?
Django
That's
Unchained.
Revenant is the one you're thinking.
Revenant. Yeah.
This is Hateful Eight,
Hateful Eight.
which I actually never saw Revenant.
I thought it
Hateful
was
Eight.
pretty good.
Hateful Eight was like, I didn't love it. Like it was way too damn long, but I think in this movie Tarantino really I think he dropped the ball with the twist at the end of this movie, but just this was another one that made you actually feel like you were there as far as cold, like they were in the little roadhouse and they had to keep nailing the door shut because the winter storm blew it open all the time. So this was another movie that did a good job at making you feel like you were freezing while you were watching it.
Sure.
Revenant did too. If you saw the Revenant,
Yeah.
DiCaprio deserved the Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another cold weather classic some people might like.
I was a big fan of the Ice Age movies. I think I had all of them on DVD.
Yeah, I liked Ice Age. My nephew really loved Ice Age. I remember watching it with him all the time.
I've only seen the first one. I just never made it a point to watch the other ones. The first one's really good. So
yeah.
Second one's okay. Third one is just eh.
There's like 4 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Ice Age, Ice Age 2. Then there's Dawn of Dinosaurs. Then there's Continental Drift. And then they made a Christmas one too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there's like 5 of them, but thought I'd throw that little nod in there. So anybody know what that is?
Is that Boba Fett? It's not Boba Fett, is it?
It looks
Solid
like
Gear.
Metal Gear
Solid.
Metal Gear.
There you go.
Metal Gear.
There you go.
That's when he snuck onto the Russian base.
That's where he's fighting before he fights Vulcan.
Yeah.
Vulcan. Yep. So I couldn't remember which game this was in. This was the first one. The first Metal Gear Solid, the remake.
Man, I saw Twin Snakes for sale for like 2 months at my comic shop, and I was like, nah, I want it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. Want it. And I finally decided to go get it when I went up there. Somebody had already snagged it, and it sucks because that's the one that I have not ever played before. And but last weekend I broke out the GameCube, the PS2, I had one of the Retrons that has the Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
The emulators.
Yep, and then I busted out the. Let's see, what the hell else is over there? I can't even see it. Yeah, PS2, GameCube, Retron, something else. I can't tell. Oh well, I forgot. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But anyway, so yeah, I was gonna play some old school games, man. Got a few good ones. I need to pick up a few more. But yeah, that Twin Snakes I never played, but Metal Gear, man, I love this series.
That first one was so good when they redid this one right here. This was so good, man. Was that PS2?
Yeah,
this was on. Yeah. So, but I thought that was cool. I like the where you went to fight that dude, the big fucking minigun, big tank, like that guy. It's one of my favorites.
That was like pre-Call of Duty, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think so, but those early Call of Duty games too, like they're so different than what they turned out to be now.
The first 2 were World War II games.
Yeah, Medal of Honor back then too.
Oh yeah,
Medal of Honor one. Yeah, those were fun games. I'm gonna take my contacts out, so I'll be right back. Okay.
Has anybody seen the AI casting for Mortal Kombat on YouTube? Some of the castings they have an AI for that is like really cool looking. I know it's AI.
Yeah, I have not. Some of those AI casting call things
Yeah.
are really good, and some of
Some
them
of 'em
are
are
just
really bad.
kinda yeah, some of them are cringy.
Like they do a lot of AI casting for like X-Men and stuff, and they're like,
Yeah.
they don't look like the actors they're picking.
I like the retro ones, like where they do them from like the 70s.
Yeah.
Like then
Yes.
they'll have like, like Clint Eastwood and
Yep.
James Coburn and shit in them. I like those.
Yeah.
And Ronnie Trickshot saying Aussie weather making me long for Club Tarkin. Pop will be 2 hours late. Yep. Club Tarkin Part 3 coming in about 5 months.
I was upset that I missed it this year. I had to leave though. We went to go visit my my aunt. She lives about an hour away from the beach, so I had to take my son out.
It got off to a slow start, but we rocked it. We had a full complement of people down there this year. Like everybody was either in the pool or hanging out by it. It was fun.
We'll see what it's like.
Yeah, man, it's fun. That's really all it is we just go to the pool and hang out in the pool and goof off, and those of us that drink throw back a bunch of drinks, and but it was fun, man.
Fortunately, my hotel is 10 minutes away, so
yeah,
I'm not in the same one.
But well, you can get in as a guest. So I had to throw my boy Sub-Zero in there. I was a Mortal Kombat over Street Fighter guy, so this was a no-brainer to throw in for the cold weather stuff for me. And this is a screen grab from Ultimate, the best Mortal Kombat that there was.
Yeah, Sub-Zero I always liked him when I played it.
Yeah, I like this one, the Unmasked, man. I like the Ice Rain.
Nice.
How about this one?
God.
Anybody? How many times have some of you guys had to hear this?
Oh Lord! When this movie came out, I was married to my second wife, and she had a little girl about 8 years old. Man, she wanted to watch that all the time. She made me even download the song to my phone so we can listen to it.
Oh, good times.
Man, ugh.
So this one was kind of one of like I was trying to come off the cuff with some stuff to throw in here. Well, yeah, there might be some Elsa fans, but it's gonna feel like Elsa blasted us all here in the next day or two. So figured I'd throw her in. How about that guy? Who remembers him? Anybody remember him?
Looney Tunes?
I remember him.
That's Chilly Willy, man.
Chilly Willy, yeah.
As always, he always come on with Woody Woodpecker back to back.
Yeah, I don't think he talked, did he?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah. He talked, but it was like
it was
weird,
squeaky, wasn't it?
Yeah. Chilly Willy was awesome, man. I loved watching
Chilly Willy. I haven't seen that in years.
This is something I'd like to see Jada do is like him, like Woody Woodpecker.
Oh yeah.
That stuff like that. I'd like to see that, man. I'd like to see him do some of those.
That Shaggy they made for Jada look really good.
Oh, Shaggy's great. I got him. He's up here. I got him. Yeah, I got Shaggy and Creeper. I didn't get the Mummy. I never saw the Mummy. Creeper. Yeah, the Mummy, man. Like for whatever reason, out of those three, the Mummy was the one that was hardest to get. And he's gettable, but he's like $35-$40 most places. I had him. Scooby's coming in the next wave. I don't know. It should be out sometime this spring, I think. Again, if Matthew was here, he'd know. The next wave is Scooby and I think Daphne, and I don't remember the android robot. Maybe Kate, was it Casey? Was that his name? I think that's the next story.
Do you remember his cousin Scooby Dum?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't need them to make Scooby Dumb.
No.
I don't need Scooby Dumb, and I don't need Scratch.
I'll do that.
No. I didn't like
Actually, Actually, you know what? I did kind of like Scooby Dum. I would buy Scooby Dum. And I'd buy Dixie, the cousin that they were in love with.
Yep.
Which I always thought was weird.
I didn't like Scrappy.
I fuck Scrappy. Scrappy was an abomination.
Scrappy got on my nerves. I hated Scrappy.
I was glad they did that with Scrappy in the second movie, or was it the first movie?
Yeah, made him the villain.
Yeah.
Made him the villain.
Yeah. Stu's saying, what cartoon was it with the guys in the Arctic waiting for food to be airdropped in and a whale jumps out of the ice and eats it all? I don't know what that was. It sounds familiar, but I can't place what it was. I don't know if anybody.
I remember Tailspin. He delivered pizza to the Arctic.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. There's Viper Scout trying to antagonize everybody, saying puppy power. No, I don't. Scooby Dum I would buy. He was all right. But I don't need Scrappy. So there's Chili Willy. What that dude? Where Pop Blender's off.
Jack Frost.
Yeah, out taking his contacts out. He's missing the Rudolph specials here. Was it me or was this thing just immensely creepy? I always thought
it was a little creepy.
I always thought this bastard was creepy, especially when I got a little bit older and I saw the Puppet Master films. And he looks like Blade from Puppet Master, the face.
4 fingers.
Maybe he's AI. No, he'd have 6. So I threw Jack Frost in, and then another Jack Frost. Anybody remember that one?
It's the Michael Keaton movie?
No.
No.
No, that was the horror. That was the horror.
Oh, this is a horror movie. Okay.
Yeah.
That carrot has been places.
Yeah, that carrot has been places. And it come out like around the same time as the Jack or the Michael Keaton version. I think this one just is a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's like 3 years or 2 years older or something like that.
Yeah. So I rewatched this. It'd been a long time since I've seen this, but I rewatched it over Christmas. And I forgot how terribly good this movie is. It is so fucking bad. It is great.
Nice.
It blows anything like Evil Dead out of the water as far as just stupid but awesome. So I forgot. So I rewatched this over.
Yeah, the Jack for the Keaton one, they actually had a nod into that one because he said, shoot icicles or something. He goes, I'm not that Jack Frost.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. I forgot about that part. That's right. So here we got yet another Jack Frost.
Yeah. The third Santa Claus movie. It was not good.
This was
was
like, yeah.
I like the Santa Claus movies, but I don't know. This one was just a little over the top.
This is the worst thing Martin Short has ever done.
Yeah.
This damn movie. Although I like the character design.
Yeah.
I like his hair. His hair looked cool.
Yeah.
Were you listening, Pop?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
I saw. Yeah.
There
I
you
saw.
go.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, well, let's just find all the versions of Jack Frost, but I left out Michael Keaton.
That's okay.
Where are my Call of Duty people?
Hell yeah.
Anybody?
Up on top of the crates by Alpha.
That's right. I like the basement on the bottom level going in. We called it the slaughterhouse because you just walked into that server room or whatever it was, and it was just a massacre. So this is one of my favorite Call of Duty maps ever. And this is actually a screen grab from, I guess, the new one where they remastered it again because I'm not playing it.
They changed it up, I think, because I used to play Call of Duty Mobile up to like 6 months ago, and you could not get on top of inside the server room. You could not get on top of the scaffolding anymore.
Maybe so. I never played the mobile version. So when I looked for this, the best picture that I found was actually one of the mobile version map. But since I never played the mobile version, I didn't use it. But man, this map was so much fun. Love me some
ski lift
Summit.
everybody used to dip in too, and you can never get the damn dude.
No, you were not hitting anybody on that fucker, dude. But I loved Summit, man. It was so much fun. And there's you another one.
Yep.
Pop.
He was great.
Cold Miser.
Yep.
Kind of got
Heat
the same.
miser, cold miser.
Kind of got the same hair.
Almost. I wonder if that's who they modeled after.
I think they did. I think they went with. I think they modeled Jack Frost after him. Throw that in there. Got a couple more. So, does anybody recognize that one?
You know,
Is that
Game
the
of Thrones?
Overlook?
That is the Overlook
Yeah.
from The Shining.
Yeah.
No, I never saw The Shining.
Oh.
Oh, dude, you need to watch the Jack Nicholson.
There's definitely
Nicholson. It would have been a whole different movie if Jack Nicholson was in it.
Yes. Try playing 18 in that shit.
Yeah, I want to be doing some sledding on that motherfucker. So I threw the Overlook. I was gonna get the maze, but I'm like, nah.
Y'all get on my nerves.
Hotel. Ah, kidding.
Quick, Kitty. She's done knocked over Snow Job like 15 times.
Stu's out. Good night, Stu. We're about done too.
Yeah,
I'm
buddy.
about out of gas. So good night, Stu. Thanks for hanging in, man. Good having you here.
Is that from The Grinch?
That is not from The Grinch, but
No.
you're thinking right. It's actually at the top of the screen.
Yeah, I was
Thundercats.
It was, yeah, I was like, man, almost
I was
there.
like, that new looks familiar. I was like,
Yeah, it's Hook Mountain. Hook Mountain.
Oh, those snow guys from Thundercats.
Yep. And then I think I only have one more, and that is anybody have that thing?
Oh man, you know
Avalanche?
I had that thing back in the day.
Avalanche drove it, the Dominator.
I had Avalanche. I didn't have the vehicle.
You're not really missing anything.
No, that was one of the 6 shittiest combined to form Future Fortress pieces of garbage in your.
Did it really
fucking
combine? Did
life.
it combine good? I mean,
Hell no, man.
I
They
didn't-
just
I
slid
didn't have 'em
together.
all.
They
How did it
didn't
move?
really. It didn't. They didn't really
Didn't.
fit together that well.
nope. It just kind of just set in the same vicinity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
only
I
liked- No, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jetman.
I only really liked 2 of the characters, Maverick and Dodger. Dodger was the best.
Yeah, Dodger was my
I
favorite.
got Dodger,
too.
but I got Sonic Fighter Dodger.
It's so funny thinking back to, because I remember getting all these guys and getting the vehicles too, and I've got some Christmas pics where there's some stuff in them, and it's like, this is the future,
Yeah.
and it's so fucking goofy.
Even in 1987, Battle for G.I. Joe Battle Force 2000 was a bridge too far.
It was for me, but even though it was that, because they were good at it, right? They were so good
Oh,
at
yeah.
it, at making you want the next thing, right? The next
Yep.
wave, the next rollout, and so, it was like gotta have them. You gotta have them if you can get them.
I remember even back then thinking how strange it was that they made all of these vehicles, that they're made to fit together and make this fort. And this is when they started giving us these mid-size vehicles with no figures. We had to buy all of the drivers separate. And that was one thing more than the designs that turned me off from Battle Force 2000, was they were so futuristic and spacey. This was the same year we got Raptor and Crocmaster.
Yeah.
And even these guys, but having to buy the figure separate from the vehicle, even back then at 10 years old, I thought this is kind of a cheap shot.
Yeah. Then the next year they came out with DJ to add to Battleforce 2000.
Yeah, with no vehicle because
Yeah.
DJ sucks. How long you think it's going to be before we see DJ in Classified? Because that's another one nobody likes.
Yeah,
I bet they do. I bet he's the
I'd like to
first
see
Battle
Static
Force
Line.
2000.
I'd
Yeah,
rather see
he's
Ice
not
Cream
bad.
Soldier than DJ.
I would too, but I will bet you guys that if they do Battle Force 2000 figures, I bet DJ's the first one they do. Just because they can get the Raptor and Crystal Ball treatment.
Yeah.
And
Dodger would look so awesome in Classified.
oh yeah, I mean they could really tweak the designs and make them cool now, but because DJ is like everybody's least favorite,
Yeah.
right? I think they would start with DJ just to see how much they could polish the turd.
When I got my Avalanche and Blaster, I was like, these two figures look like babies. Their face and sculpt.
Yeah,
Look so young.
They're not great, but since this was the snow vehicle, I threw it in, and I think I had 3 of the vehicles. I didn't have all 6, so I never got to build Future Fortress, but
Never had the vehicle.
yeah, so that what Pop said, I've never heard anybody that was like happy with putting them all together as a fort.
Nah, they didn't. Yeah, it just didn't work like they wanted it to.
Hey, Eric.
They're trying to make they were trying to make a diorama with them.
Yeah, probably. We got Eric Thurman joining us here. Getting ready to wrap it up. Eric, thanks for tuning in. Eric's probably the only person watching or on the stream that's probably not going to get snow or ice tomorrow.
Up 610, yo, Joe Daddy.
And, 610 DJ's
Well,
got to go first.
The Australian fellers are bragging that it's 105 or 108
That's
degrees at 5 p.m. You know, it's like
That's true.
I don't know if I want that either,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
prefer
not gonna
cold
lie
over
to
hot.
you. Do you?
Thank
I'll take the heat, man. I'll
I
take.
can't stand to be hot, and I absolutely cannot stand to be hot. I don't like being sweaty and sticky. I don't like it.
what you said. I hate it. I hate it. So we'll go ahead and call it a night. We've been at it for over 3 hours. So see what's up. Dookie, what you got going on over on the Evil Dookie channel? What are you doing over there?
Y'all stay prepared. I should have a vehicle reveal this week, providing the parts come in with this weather. I'm only waiting. I'll show you if you want. I'll show you a quick peek.
Yeah.
I like to see what he was working on too.
I'm gonna end big in you. So, oh shit,
That's cool.
Ooh, okay.
Dang, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Holy.
That ain't your mama's stinger.
Talk about Mad Max.
that's I can't believe that was a stinger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, was being the keyword.
Yeah,
No,
that
Wait,
looks
on
good.
wheels, or you got to put the same wheels on?
You'll see.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice.
I think people are gonna shit some pants over that one.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing how that one comes out. Good deal.
Yeah, I got like 6 vehicles in the hook right now. So
Okay. Are you doing compilation videos on the build, or are you just gonna show it off and are you gonna do a video like you did on your Dio? How you
yeah, I
did
kind
it?
of noticed like how I did it videos kind of like people are enjoying that. I'm getting a lot of feedback on it, so I don't mind showing people how to do it. You know, I had to learn
Yeah.
myself too. So
People
Yeah.
love
So
that
I'm gonna-
stuff, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
do a little short one of the reveal, and then the long how I did it one if they want to see how I did it.
Yeah, I really like watching the Dio one. That was fun, man. I like watching because that's skills I don't have, so I like watching people that do, and you don't gatekeep. So
Yeah,
Uh,
I need,
I like-
you need to learn from someone, you know.
yeah. Pop, what you got coming up? What are you doing?
Nothing. I'll probably be cooped in, so I'll probably jump on Sunday night. And because I don't think I'll be working for the next few days. We're at least it depends on touch and go with work and whether we be open or not or how bad this thing is. So it depends. But yeah, Sunday night I'm gonna jump on Sunday night, and then Tuesday with Matthew. He may be traveling, so it might just be me Tuesday night, which would be kind of weird. But
I'm off Tuesday, Pop. If you need somebody to jump on with you.
Yeah, you might have to call reinforcements.
Yeah, I mean I've got to see what all's out there first and foremost, But I know there's a couple shows I can talk about for sure because there'll be a couple few new episodes for Primal in particular, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So yes, I'm kind of waiting to hear from Matthew about what he's got going on for Tuesday night. So yeah, Sunday night, Tuesday night, and then we'll go from there.
Word. What about you, Joe Fan? You got any hauls coming up or anything?
No, nothing coming up anytime soon. I do have something planned to get. I don't have a cover girl, and I want to get cover girl, so I plan to get her next time I get paid again. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Get the retro one.
I like the retro one, but my preference is the classified. That's the one I plan on getting.
They're both great figures.
Oh, they're both great, and I like that retro one, but if I'm going to get just one, I'm going to get the classified.
Okay. I like that look myself more than the blonde look, but damn, that retro is such a good figure and it looks fantastic. It really is.
I may pick it up later on down the road, but if they ever release the Wolverine in that scale, I may get that just for that pilot.
Yeah. What about you, Jet Man? What you doing?
I got a couple shows coming on Sunday at 8:00. I'm doing a show with Hillbilly Harper. We're gonna do our top 5 movies that we want to see in cartoons. Then Tuesday, I'm gonna do a ranking show at 7. My 20 favorite Motu characters. Hopefully, I'll have AC from Podcast from the Pit on. So, and just some reviews. I got to do some reviews still. So,
okay, nice. We got a lot.
I'm down the rabbit hole. I bought a Stratos cartoon collection, and now I want more Motu.
Yeah, I got a bunch of the retro ones.
Yeah, I saw that Walmart that I go to is still got that Stratos. So it's a good looking figure, just not my cup of tea, but I do like the figures. They look great. I appreciate the figures. So good deal. A lot of stuff coming up. I don't have any reviews coming up over here. I'll be back Wednesday with Crusty Old Crow for Backyard Battlefield, and don't know what we're going to do yet, but it'll be funny. I can tell you that. And so this weekend, we'll see what this crazy ass weather winds up doing. If we have any snow, I'm going to try to do some pictures outside.
Same. I might even make a video outside if we get snow, but
yeah, I bought this thing.
Yes, it is 610.
I don't like filming with my phone, but sometimes you have to do it. So I bought a gimbal, and I've been practicing trying to use the gimbal a little bit without much luck. So anyway, so try and do that tomorrow, see what the weather does. And I'll be here working on the next Cobra News Now. Next segment I think that I'll be doing is probably going to be a weather segment. Cobra News Now has a weatherman that I wish I had ready for this weekend, but
that would have been cool.
I've got to.
Night is young. Get on it.
I'm thinking about it. I may. I got to do just a little more work on the customizing on him. So, other than that, man, we'll be back. Be in the chats. I'm sure we'll all be listening to Pop and listening to Punk and trying to catch Jetman when he's on. So,
see, as soon as the weather gets cleared up here, I'll get that out to you, 3-star.
Okay. Yeah, no rush. Just whenever you get a chance. So, thank you guys for coming on and talking.
Thanks for having me.
Cold weather fun. Yes, sir. And chat, thank you guys for hanging out. Hit that like, on the way out. And we will see you soon. And let me find my intro / outro. And y'all be good.
And now
Thanks.
back to Cobra News Now.
Cause it's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do.